are on. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Major 2 Rising Star Swiss stage. Round 1 has been complete. For some of these teams, it's a forfeit. Some of these teams do not want to make it throughout the rest of the season, but alongside me here today, it's Clash, my hero Rising Star caster, or else I would be here alone. But we the round 1 has been completed, and is the spreadsheet gone, says someone? No, the spreadsheet is there. But round 1 has been complete, and in that round 1, the Green Bay Knights, I believe, take a, I don't know if they got a forfeit there, but it's a 3-0, and then Des Moines
forfeit win there.
Forfeit win. Des Moines went to 5 against the 15th seeded St. Paul Senators. They win in 5. Duluth falls to Bloomington in 4. Fargo get a forfeit win as Mankato has a rough start. Rochester win in 4 over the 12-seeded Buffalo. Hibbing Rangers win over the Brainerd Victory in a forfeit, I believe, as well. Or no, that's not a forfeit. That was a game. Burnsville win over St. Cloud in an actual game in 3. And then Bemidji sweep the Miracles in what I believe is, I don't know. It's not posted here, but it's on the sheet. So
it is just a straight up 3-0. Yeah, they played it.
And so surely that is real. But looking at, so obviously this isn't updated. The teams that we were just talking about, the winners go to that round 2 high match. The losers go to the round 2 matches. And it's a bit difficult to see, but basically in Swiss stage, you want to win 3 matches before you lose 3 matches. That round 3 high matches in the middle will decide our top 2 seeded teams going into the single elimination bracket in week 2. And then following 3 teams from the round 4 high matches, the 2-1 record teams will play for a qualification spot in that single elim bracket. And then same for round 5. If you lose in round 4 high, you just go to round 5. Basically, you win 3 before you lose 3, or else you are done. But everyone is in the lobby, and this is going to be a long night of on the fly picking teams throughout the rounds. But a matchup in round 2 that has spawned upon us is the top 2 teams in Rising Star, the Derecho and the Knights. Considering the Derecho 1-5, which is the worst record among the worst game performance around the winning teams. In 5, as Sear immediately gonna score 10 seconds in. We've got a rematch from the last week of the season, and I mean an all-time classic.
Yeah, Derecho was able to get that win in the last time that they played, the very last week of the regular season they played, and Derecho did win it. But that being said, Derecho also went to 5 against the 15th seed just a little bit earlier. Knights get another one here. Takeover gets one in the bottom left corner.
Yeah, really good start for the Knights here. 2 back-to-back goals, some great control up in the air from Takeover. And I mean, we look at him as the X-Factor player on the Knights side, and he's showing why. I mean, immediately off the kickoff, lovely air dribble, finds that top lift, had the pressure as well on that backline defender as Jaws almost flicks it past 2 defenders, Fraud into his own corner. Now Zoms gonna force this one through, and I mean, you look at Des Moines. I mean, a team that was able to beat this Knights team in 5, in the last regular season matchup, but they're coming off of a Game 5 win over the Senators, who are the 15th seed. We know they can be good. But to have a top 2 team against, the second to last team seed-wise, it's not the best performance, and you're going to be tested here, especially with the Knights, who are the number 1 seed here, as Sear might have another opportunity here. T-Jack, whoa! Sear somehow gets, I believe, denied there by the crossbar, maybe a save as well. But a minute 30 gone, the Knights seem very comfortable right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, we were a little late on predictions, but I was definitely going to say Knights in 4. I know I predicted Des Moines in 5 the last time they played, but just because of the result that happened today, just because it seemed like Derecho isn't quite on as on form as they were in that last week, I think it's got to be Knights here. But obviously, you can't predict against your own team. So, but how many do you think they're going to take it in if you're going to predict that way?
And I mean, so judging off of the Senators, I mean, their result against the Senators and how the Knights are starting off in this one, I mean, one of these teams, the top 2 has to fall into a lower, or I guess a mid-round 3 match, a 1-1, so which is huge for the remaining teams as demos come out from Derecho. Could be an open net, no boost though, but I mean, looking at the Knights, I want to predict Derecho, of course, but I mean, the Knights right now, they look like the better team, but Des Moines getting maybe settled into the series. I say the Knights win in 4 if Takeover keeps playing like this.
All right, I respect at least the attempt of a lack of bias.
I still want my team to win, 100%.
Of course. But no, I think that's the correct pick with what we've seen so far and the results that we've seen so far. Obviously, the Senators being the 15th seed, they're not a bad team at all, but every team has a chance, honestly, in Rising Star. But I mean, also results don't lie either. They are the 15th seed for a reason. They have played less consistent, so and the Game 5 win is important. Obviously, the biggest thing is that you win in these games. For those who don't know how Swiss works, win 5 and you're in, lose 5 and you're out. Sorry, win 3 and you're in, or lose 3 and you're out. Whichever happens first, it doesn't matter which. You will always play teams with the same record, all that jazz, and all that matters is that you get 3 wins before 3 losses. So no matter how you win it, as long as you win it, that's what matters. And both teams did get the job done. Obviously, a little easier for Knights though, because they got it off the forfeit. But Derecho are going to try to need to get some goals here, or they're not going to get the first game win here.
Oh, what a dunk! And I mean, Derecho, they haven't scored yet, but definitely had their fair chances this game. They took their time. They were setting up some dangerous opportunities right now. None of them to go yet, but quickly off stream, Mankato gonna forfeit their round 2 match as well, and I could easily see them just going 0-3 and eliminated from the season, especially after forfeiting their match. So Duluth will get a free win in that mid-round 2 game. And send them to round 3. It's interesting though, because the forfeits, yeah, they're good. Knights, of course, looking strong without a warm-up game, but Derecho, they've played a 5-game series and won it. So it's a big warm-up as compared to a 3-0 win where you're not playing. So, but right now it's not really affecting the Knights.
Yeah, it's hard to say which is better, because obviously it's a long day, so playing a little less might be helpful. But also those warm-ups are also really helpful. So this early on in the day, I think you got to say that the warm-up might be a little bit better to have. But obviously, for this game, it didn't prove that as Knights take game 1.
Yeah, there's pros and cons to it, and right now it doesn't really matter, I guess, for game 1 because of how, I mean, what an interesting game, right? Like, Knights score immediately pretty much within the first 5 seconds of the game, and then off of a kickoff, it's a dribble from Takeover into the back of the net, and just an interesting game. Nothing happened after that, and so that's where I'm going to be interested in this game too, because I really do think Des Moines, I mean, they played a pretty even game there the rest of the 4 minutes and 45 seconds. Nothing happened though in those moments, so maybe Derecho have figured out, I mean, they just have to execute and we could see a much closer series, but it's that start that I'm looking at for Derecho. If they can get a good start here, they can definitely compete. But the Knights with Takeover scoring, so early, a good quality shot as awkward defensive sequence here. T-Jack dropped down, saved by Takeover. It's to Seer, and it's going to be off the mark though. Jaws, free possession, going to have to get around Takeover's bump attempt. Fraud and Seer will double commit. And man, Fraud and Seer both actually played against each other way back in Season 6 on LAN. For Prospect, Takeover, gonna score immediately once again, and that's been, the second time here, a common theme here in this series. Good pass over the backward defender, T-Jack no boost, gets dunked by Takeover, and the Knights once again have a lead.
Yeah, very quick pressure coming up from both teams. Derecho on the first attack, but after that it was all Knights, and they took advantage. First 30 seconds, all fireworks on the shots, but we're going to see if Derecho can come back. They were able to get pressure, like you said, in that last game. There's still no goals to be seen as Derecho just kind of stuck on their back line. Knights are holding them well right now so far in game 2. Only 1 minute in, though. They got plenty of time to react. Seer trying to play this one forward, doesn't quite get it past Zomzoms. Takeover takes it over, try to push it forward here, is able to place it into the corner. This one could be dangerous, almost on to Zomzoms, gets a great clear. Zomzoms beats one. This could be dangerous as well. Jaws is going to try to get this one middle, is able to, but no one is there to put that one away. Had to have been the best reaction time in the world for Derecho to have got that one in, but Takeover deals with this one well as he gets that one out. And yeah, like you said, I mean, Derecho are finding opportunities, but they haven't got any goals yet.
Yeah, it's just that execution just a bit off right now. They're getting closer and closer to being able to put one into the back of the net, but it's a great play from Takeover off of the sidewall. T-Jack to deny. Seer on that back line. They've kind of been used to, I feel like Derecho have really good threatening first and second touches. It's just that final shot is too obvious. T-Jack has to get back, make the save. And Knights have had someone back as third man pretty much all the time to clean up any attempts that the Derecho has put on net. Maybe you have to result to, or you got to remove him from the pitch if you, if any changes want to happen here. T-Jack flip reset. It's over his teammate and the defender. It's all over the place right now for Des Moines, and this clear not going to be the best for Derecho to deal with. It's in front of their net. It's awkward. Right now, Des Moines down 1 halfway through this game. It could be dangerous. It's wide open if anyone can get there, but Jaws is able to put this one in the corner for the time being.
Yeah, so many awkward positions coming out from Derecho right now. They need to get out of their half, but they're not going to be able to. Seer able to get this one away. Derecho had no boost on that back line. Literally every single one of them was at 0. All they had was a pad maybe, but the Knights putting on the pressure consistently throughout this game so far has just left Derecho with nothing.
Yep, the Knights have controlled offense throughout the majority of this game, starved out Des Moines, finally got them to make a bad mistake. And multiple touches from the Des Moines end on defense that were not planned, that made it very very panicky on the defensive end, and it allowed the Knights to take advantage. Takeover with a good place shot over a giveaway touch on the defense. This Takeover might have another chance here. It's off the mark. Takeover tries to just somewhat maybe kick it back to a teammate. It's a pass to T-Jack though from Zoms, saved by Fraud. And I don't know if I said this or not, but Chicago with the second forfeited game, I believe. St. Paul will be getting a free win in that lower round 2 match, so that'll put them at 1-1 after that St. Paul team did take this Des Moines team to 5, ended up losing, but a shaky Des Moines team that we're seeing right now. So maybe St. Paul isn't. I can't talk. How is that not in? I'm astonished how that does not go in the net. And if you're Des Moines, what else do you do? Because how? All I can say is how.
I am not sure. That was tantalizingly on the goal line, and just no one there to just secure it. But didn't look like it needed to be secured because it looked like it was trickling in, but just barely not. The ball was an inch away from going in, but we play on, and Knights still have this lead, 2-goal lead again, and they're just holding on. They're keeping the pressure going right now. Seer, that might be caught out. This could be a goal for the Derecho. It is Jaws from long range.
So the question here is it too late? Because to clear out on defense goes over Seer. Great shot from Jaws, but 26 seconds remaining. They make something happen here. It'd be a big game to steal from the Knights because everything right now is pointing towards them going up 2-0 in this series. It's Jaws off the ceiling, not able to make contact. Fraud bumps T-Jack off the ball, and that might be a shot for takeover from the left wing. And the Knights, with that one, pretty much secure game 2.
A little bit of a miss from the Derecho, but also a great play from the Knights, just holding that pressure. Big bump coming out. I believe it was from Fraud. I missed the name, but either way, that was a great play from the Knights, punishing that mistake, and they are going to take this game 2, and they're looking really good while doing it. They have a ton of pressure. It's interesting that the shots are not in it. They're actually in Derecho's favor by 1. It's very close, but Derecho actually have 1 more shot, but it feels like in the game, I don't know, the Knights have a more threatening presence. They're keeping more pressure. It might be through boost starving, all that stuff, but Derecho, it might be just one-touch shots, not as threatening. But yeah, Knights looking real good right now.
Knights look spectacular. Had another really good start to that game too. Derecho were able to score with about 21 seconds remaining, 26 seconds, and it just wasn't enough. And I mean, it was a bit too late for them to get back into that game. But right now, Derecho 1 goal to their name in 2 whole games, as the Knights have 5 now in a total of 2 games. They're up 2-0 in this series, looking to sweep a rough performing Derecho team right now. And the good news is, you know, a loss in Swiss isn't that bad because you have 3 losses total, and then you're out. You only have to win, you know, three matches before you lose 3. So for a team like this, should be good. But right now, the Knights are making Derecho look like they're nowhere near the number 2 seed.
Yeah, oh my goodness, this could be another one. Oh my goodness, Knights almost got one from range there. But yeah, as you said, lots of lives, but also you have to take a lot of series wins. So the reason why Swiss is such a great format is because it rewards consistency, consistent game wins, and not having consistent losses. It really rewards the best teams, and it really rewards the teams that are consistently top 8. I think whoever comes out of this, whoever comes out in the top 8 position, are going to be at least 8 of the best 10 teams. But T-Jack wants to be part of that conversation for sure, as he's able to get this one away.
Yeah, so finally we see Derecho take their first lead of the series. It's just 50 seconds in here, and it's a big goal. You know, if you're looking long term at, you know, coming back in this series, obviously for production that would be absolutely horrible, but either way we're gonna have to wait and see until all round 2 matches are played, until what happens. It's gonna be in the 3rd round. It's an open net. Fraud to finish top left, and it's an immediate response from Green Bay.
Takeover able to get this one upfield. A bit of a team play there. Seer playing it forward. Takeover takes it over. I love saying Takeover takes it over. And Fraud putting it away. Derecho just no one really back in time. They're just pushed too far forward, and a very quick response there from the Knights. That is the exact opposite of what Derecho want. They wanted their goal there to really mean something, but instantly it's tied back up. Still a lot of game left to be played. A lot of changes that could be made from both teams, but Derecho on the back line, that could have been a bit of opportunity, but Zamzams doesn't quite make contact. Big demo from Takeover, relieves a lot of pressure. That was a great opportunity from Derecho, but not anymore, as there's no attacking presence. But T-Jack plays this one forward. This could be dangerous now. Zamzams doesn't quite get contact and dealt well with on the back line. The danger is gone as Takeover tries to hit it as clear. This is a big demo right here. And slow shot coming out from T-Jack. The defender really thought that was coming at him fast and jumped, but it was just such a slow shot. Takeover didn't make contact. Derecho up 2-1.
And I mean, if he shoots it quick, you can argue Takeover makes the save there. So I mean, his soft touch on that shot
100%.
makes both players commit, expecting a faster shot. And I mean, to throw off the defense like that, for a player like T-Jack, I think that's on purpose, for sure.
Oh yeah.
And it's a smart play from the veteran player as a bump comes out onto Zoms, gets almost sent to the ceiling. Derecho get their lead back, but it's a team bump on defense. What is T-Jack doing? It's somehow working. And it's back mid. Jaws shoots it. Seer has to make a save. Goes top right and out. Almost an own goal there, but what a sequence from Des Moines after, I don't even know where T-Jack even came from. What a save by Zoms as the Knights put even more pressuring offense. Now Takeover double. Maybe a pass here, Zoms to deny, but it's a lot of giveaway touches on the side of Des Moines right now. And like you said earlier, the Knights doing a good job again of starving Des Moines.
They're really trying to put the pressure on. They know that they need this one. If they can get this one into sweep, they're looking so good going into the 2-0 round. But Des Moines want nothing to do with that as they're trying to put on the pressure now. A little bit of a lob shot coming in. Seer able to deal with it well, along with Takeover. Big pass coming out here. This could be dangerous. Well dealt well with by Fraud. He's at low boost though. Rachel are going to try to keep pressure going, and they are able to. Zoms meets him in the midfield. Doesn't get contact here though. T-Jack keeps maintaining pressure as he's trying to play it from the corner. Is able to. Seer big clear though. Takeover is going to try to get that one forward. Fraud not able to make contact as Takeover. A bit of a double commit there from the Knights, but dealt well with. Fraud recovers his team. Jaws trying to get the back line out, but really Knights are the ones that need pressure, but it feels like Derecho are very comfortable right now on the back line and are even trying to press back forward.
Well, they have been somewhat recently comfortable on their back line, but they've shown weakness on their back line, and this could be dangerous. Takeover around the defender. It's to the post though. Good job from the defender at covering so that there wasn't an angle to really shoot at around the challenge. Jaws off the corners to Zoms. Shot gonna be put towards Seer. T-Jack now, huge challenge, gonna get beat by Fraud off the wall. Not gonna be able to connect on a follow-up. Seer no boost, gonna give this one to Jaws. Can Jaws get back to it? Kicks it mid. Takeover just floating. Everyone's floating. Zoms zero boost. Is able to make a touch. Des Moines trying to do anything they can to hang on here with 25 seconds left. T-Jack clears it, but they're so low on boost. Jaws got 100. Probably prime here to make a decent play, but goes missing. Zoms to the ceiling. It's all over the place right now. 10 seconds left. Des Moines just doing anything they can to hang on here in these final moments.
Yeah, so many critical touches coming out from Des Moines. They had a crazy save there that if that one went in, that would have been the tie game. But here we go at 0 seconds. T-Jack trying to kill this one, is able to. No one makes contact on the ball in the Knights, and Derecho get the game 3.
Derecho stay alive. They're going to have to reverse sweep now, but they get the job done. It's a very chaotic game 3, but they do indeed take it. And Jaws a bit quiet that game, only 76 points on the side of the Derecho. T-Jack had over 500. They're able to get the win, but you know, you gotta have the maximum out of these 3 players on Des Moines if you want to be able to take this series against the Knights. And you gotta bank on the Knights not starting off hot as well as we head into game number 4. And I mean, the Derecho, of course, got to win 2. Knights only have to win 1 to advance in Swiss and go up 2-0. Only 1 game off of winning. Fraud flip reset. Ooh. Pass to Seer. And what a start from the Knights.
Okay, 3rd round Rising Star pick. What are you doing, Fraud? That's insane. Great mechanics coming out from him. Recognized he had space. Able to get that one middle for Seer. And great put away from Seer as well, being in the right position there. But well done, Fraud, on that pass. What a flip reset. You rarely see that from the last pick on this team. Obviously, I don't believe he was on on the draft list, but he took over the position for that last round pick.
Yeah, he's fit in very, very well. I mean, right now, as T-Jack from the left side. Is this a pinch, or is this just a touch off the wall? Super powerful shot from the left side. Zombs threatening the net, gets one on the back post, makes the other jump. And it's the physicality from Des Moines and the great play shot that's going to get them back into this game. Only about 30 seconds gone here. T-Jack off the kickoff. One touch towards net, forces two to commit. Zombs now off of that back wall. Jaws to collect from the wall. Gets one central to T-Jack maybe. It's on target, but Takeover should have free possession and boost.
Yeah, this Derecho team really has picked it up from those first two games. Knights, they're still trying to maintain some pressure. Doesn't feel nearly as dominant. Big fake from Takeover. Fakes two players. T-Jack luckily able to stay on the ball here as he gives enough time for his team to get back. Zomzom's trying to push this one forward. Is able to though, but only into the hands of Sears. T-Jack tries to push it forward also. Jaws, big 50 coming out from Fraud. Zoms deals with it well in the back line. Important 50 there. Gives his team a little bit of control, but not enough control. Sear almost able to get on target, but not quite able to. Fraud tries to keep the pressure on, is able to hit. Big touch by Zomzoms. That was so important. If he didn't get that touch, that was going to be a goal. Fraud trying to do the mechanics again that he was doing earlier, but not quite able to get every touch he wanted, as this one falls safely on the back line for the Knights. And as I say, safely, whoa, Takeover deals with that one well, tries to get it clear.
And getting notes off stream, Burnsville sweeping Bemidji in their round 2 match, so they'll go up 2-0 in Swiss as the only team currently to finish their round 2 high match. This one could come to a close soon though, as Takeover looking at him to make a crazy solo play. That connection is just off. It was so close to being put into the back of the net. Now it's Sear to take a challenge. Tries to get out of the way, but maybe gets bumped into that one. Takeover plays it low. T-Jack bumps from behind. Not giving Takeover that space is key right now for Des Moines to stay in this one. You also can't have Des Moines players flailing around with no boost. Gets it over to his Takeover, and now Sear takes one touch to the backboard, denied by T-Jack. Fraud opportunity here, gonna be put off the backboard, but Jaws is able to clear it out, looking for T-Jack. Takeover does miss on the clear. Shot denied by Takeover. The recovery is exemplary from the Knights player.
Yeah, Takeover missed that first one, giving the Derecho a chance, but he decided that chance was going to be none because he was able to recover so fast off that backboard, recovered his own touch and got that clear. So the Knights are holding on because of that heroic touch from Takeover, and he's trying to get this one middle, trying to do it all himself, but no teammate really there willing to push up. It was a little bit of an awkward situation for the Knights on their attack, but a little bit of a stall out now as we only have 1:30 seconds left, and this one's still tied up. Sear trying to press some forward, is able to, but not directly into the hands of Derecho. And this one, that could have been dangerous if someone was there, but no one ready to attack there for Derecho. I think both teams willing to kind of hold back a little bit, not wanting to press all in.
The bumps.
Because obviously, if this one goes in for the Knights, it's going to be really difficult for Derecho, but Knights really don't want a reverse sweep to happen.
Yep, that would be pretty detrimental to let that happen, especially after that super close game 3. As Fraud left side, 1 minute left, able to put this one away. The Knights take the lead. It's a good pass. Takeover to the backboard. No one there to cover it. Jaws tried to get up to it. T-Jack as well. But when you've got nobody covering the backboard, leaves it wide open for that pass to come off of it. And the players on the defense of Des Moines could not make a save.
Score report coming in. The Maulers 3-0 the Steelhawks. Big upset there, as Steelhawks, I believe, were the 5th seed.
4th.
And Maulers at 4th. Wow, yeah, and the Maulers were the 14th. So big sweep coming in from the Maulers. They sweep both of their matches, and they're actually going to be one of the top teams going into this 2-0 round. Very well done from them. Go Maulers. That's my squad right there. But right now we're going to focus on this one as Knights trying to keep this lead and trying to take this series in 4.
It's open.
Rachel need to get this one
shot?
away.
Oh, it's so close. T-Jack to follow. Denied by Takeover. Jaws to the backboard. T-Jack's going to get beat out. 10 seconds left. Des Moines, Zombs, no boost. Puts it over to T-Jack to the backboard. Takeover, low boost. Is able to make a touch. 2 seconds left. All they got to do is drop it, and it will fall to the ground. The Knights, off of a great start to the series, are able to... I mean, it ended up being a super close series, but they're able to take it in 4 here and move on to round 3 as at the 2-0 spot as well, reclaiming arguably their spot at the #1 seed, considering Des Moines beat them in 5 last time. Now they're going to beat them in 4 in a pretty convincing way. Des Moines looked pretty shaky at the start of that series. Bit of a warm-up game for them, I think. But Green Bay able to show their dominance throughout that whole series, and they take it here in 4 games. And of course, we're gonna have to wait for the round 2 matches to finish before we see what the round 3 high, mid, and low matches are. As the round 3 low matches, that one is gonna be one of those actually be streamed, so we're gonna have that one of those elimination games once these round 2 matches get reported. But for now, we're gonna go to a break up until these round 3 matches get set, and then we're gonna play one of the lower 3 round 3 lower matches, and we will take you guys to a quick break, and we'll get right back to you when we have those matches ready.
I've been feeling just a little bit low. Got to get back to the show and we'll fly. You don't have to feel like you're on your own. No one should have to dance alone, not tonight. You and me, we're gonna write a little history. You and me, just show me love and then you'll see. Memories that we make, they are never gonna fade for a lifetime. We don't give no shit if you wanna hide away. We just have to find a place that can fuse up in the memory bank. I've been looking for somebody to make memories in the bank forever in time. There's no reason to be hard to find, 'cause we've already lost our mind. You and me, we're gonna write a little history. Breaking up all this static running through my blood. Again, why do you waste your light on me? Out of luck, can I keep my head above this time? Again, feeling the ground collapse on me. Blown around in a storm that only brings me down. Again, why does it feel so hard to breathe? Why does it feel so hard to breathe? So hard to breathe. Never found, but these voices bring me to my knees. Again, why do you waste your light on me? Again, feeling the ground collapse on me.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to. It'll be round 3 of Swiss Stage coming up. It's been so chaotic, but round 2 has successfully been completed. We're going to be streaming the Burnsville Inferno and the Hibbing Rangers, both of these teams 2-0 at the moment. Rangers beat Rochester in 5. Their first matchup, they beat the Victory in a sweep. And for Burnsville, they beat Bemidji in a sweep in round 2. And then that first matchup, they beat the Flyers in a sweep as well. So we got the 7th and the 6th seeds from the regular season playing against each other here in a match to qualify for the top seed. Time will tell, but it's a guaranteed top 2 seed in that double elimination or single elimination bracket, excuse me. As Clash is here for me for one more game at least. For all the chaos, I'm gonna send these guys right in if they're ready.
I don't think they're ready quite yet, so we'll keep talking about them. But yeah, the Rangers took the win against the Rhythm. I know that they were the only team to have lost 2 games. I know that sounds kind of crazy to say that, but the other teams that are in this top round are either 6-1 or 6-0 so far in this Swiss. But their win was against the Rhythm, and Rhythm have been looking really, really good. I am surprised that Rangers took that win. So the fact that they were able to get that win makes me a little worried for Inferno, because I think Rangers are going to be hot. I know that I know the Inferno are also looking real hot. They won in 3-0, but Rangers taking down the Rhythm, I think, is a very big win for them.
Yeah. What the heck? I do not have the background on this, and I'm not gonna care for timing wise. But we're gonna show it anyways. It'll be a black background, but it's information nonetheless. Wait, never mind. The background's there. We're fine. Oh, they're playing.
They're moving. They're going in. They're
playing,
going in.
But I wanted to show the round 2 matches and the 3 matches that we're about to see, which we're gonna do that super quickly. There's the round 2 high and low matches already played. That means Burnsville plays Hibbing, and the Knights play the Maulers for a qualification spot. And then the round 3 mid matches, the 1-1 teams will play to get to that upper round 4, where they will compete for a spot in the top 8 as well. Round 3 low matches, though, those guys will be playing for an elimination game here. As
long as they don't forfeit again, but I think they're going to, unfortunately.
Yeah, they probably will forfeit again. As let's see some gameplay. They're showing the cams.
Sleep Dog to just get a goal for the Inferno here from midfield. Just made a little awkward by Paul, trying to press a demo, and he was able to force him out at least. But great placement on the shot by Sleep Dog. As yeah, Inferno starting off well. They have swept their team. Oh my goodness, how is that not in the Inferno's net? What a save from the Inferno. Ghosty trying to get this one back forward. But yeah, it's Inferno. They were looking real good. At least based on the scores. Obviously, we weren't able to watch it. We were on another game watching, but trying to press it forward is Rangers, as they really want this one back.
Yep. I mean, what defense from Sleep Dog? I'm still shocked.
Yeah.
Among that defense that we just saw, but double commit from the brick wall and Ghosty. This one gonna go probably in favor though. Ghosty redirect chance. He's hit some crazy shots from the sidewall, but there, he's not able to connect.
Yeah. Couple double commits coming out from the Rangers might be bad news, but neither of them were terrible, to be honest. They were in good enough positions where they were in a strong advantage already that a double commit is just kind of stalling out their own offense rather than threatening a chance on defense. So obviously, if you lose a little bit of offensive pressure, it can be okay. If you let things go on your defense, it can be real bad. But once they start bumping each other like they did right there, I'm starting to get a little worried for the Rangers. Inferno might be a little bit more than they can handle at the moment.
Yep, loving the offense we're seeing. Just the gameplay from Inferno in general right now, but I mean, this Rangers team can be deadly at any given moment. It's just a matter of if they don't double commit or not. They'll be fine. But right now, Airhammer, maybe an opportunity here in the low boost. Gonna pop this one up. Brick wall, gonna be beat by Airhammer there. As Ghosty does beat out Paul, but it'll give Slay Panther free ball. Low boost though, gonna take a challenge over to the left wall. We'll go to Airhammer. Just one touch forward, Paul. Player that we saw just this last season almost win Rising Star. The runner-up, Sleep Dog, open net bar down. The Inferno up by 2 in game 1.
Inferno looking really good. Paul getting a huge demo on the back line there. Leaves it wide open. Sleep Dog does have to get a little bit of a tough angle. He has to make sure he does not hit that high. That ball was bouncing very high, but deals with it well and gets that goal. But thank you to Paul for getting that demo, as Inferno just keeping the pressure on. Rangers making mistakes, but I think they're more forced out from Inferno. Lots of speed being forced because Inferno are just constantly pressuring. Yeah, if Inferno keep looking like this, they're going to take this series, but it's Rangers want nothing to do with that as they're trying to push back here. They're stuck on the back line still.
Yep, the Rangers have not the best start, but the Inferno more so with a really good start to this game 1. And they've been controlling the ball well. They've had some phenomenal defense. Capitalization off of the Rangers' mistakes as well. Paul not able to ground his car there, so it's going to eat his dodge and not able to get back up to that one. Call it the Fennec wobble. It used to be the Octane wobble, where all four of your wheels run on the ground. You cannot jump again if you don't have balance, and that's just how life works, how the game works as well. A minute remaining though. Slay Panther gonna leave this one to Paul, right to Sleefdog on target, and the Inferno up by 3 with 50 seconds left.
Inferno doing so much on offense here, and a little bit of a fake coming out, kind of, and Sleepdog able to punish that one from the midfield. No one able to get a challenge on as early as they needed to. Rangers just stuck right now. That the shots are not super in favor of Inferno. They are in favor, 6-4 at the moment, but not as strong as it looks right now, because Inferno haven't stopped, and they're not going to stop. From the top of the box, Inferno able to get a 4th goal in.
Great shot, and the ball's given away, and Paul, beautiful power, great placement. I mean, couldn't have much of a better shot than that one, as the Inferno extend the lead to 4. Game was already pretty much over, and then they just made it more of a fact now, as it's a 4-goal lead. A shutout here so far. In game number 1, Paul looking for another one. Airhammer to deny, and at this point, the Rangers just looking for any answers here, as they have spent 4 minutes and 30 seconds without scoring. Physicality coming out from the Inferno too, anything to get in their heads. Brick wall, missed opportunity there. Airhammer towards net. Sleefdog makes another crazy save. Ghosty to put it away, and almost saved again, but the Rangers finally will break through and score 1.
The defensive heroics weren't quite enough for Inferno. They were looking real good there for a while, but Sleepdog just doesn't get it. That honestly looked like he had the save, but Rocket League said no, it went in the net, and Rangers were able to get their first one off some good pressure.
And, I mean, they got theirs, but just way too late in this game, as 5 seconds remain. The Inferno, very strong start here to this game number 1. Some great offense and some phenomenal defense is going to put them across the finish line for game 1. The Inferno, 2 games away. Of course, the winner of this series qualifies for that top 8 and guarantees themselves at least 20 points in that top 8, which will be huge going down the line. It might secure one of these teams a spot at Atlanta, top 8 spot. But most of these teams looking for that top 4 to get that upper bracket, that extra life advantage here. As game 1, I mean, it was just all the Inferno.
Yeah, Inferno all the way there. And I mean, though Rangers had some chances, Inferno's chances were just significantly better quality. Like the shots did not favor Inferno that heavily. It was 1 shot difference, 8 shots to 7 shots in favor of Inferno, but it didn't look that way. Inferno had every real opportunity to score there, and if they continue doing that, they won't be stopped here. But Rangers are gonna need to find a way to stop them anyway, because obviously they really want to get this one they want to qualify in 3 series. If they could do so, that'll be so helpful for them. It feels so dangerous after losing even a single series in Swiss. Like it's kind of like a reverse sweep, but a reverse Swiss sweep. When you're
That's even worse.
When you're in the top, yeah, when you're in the top 2-0 match, and then you start losing, it just feels terrible. But obviously, they gave themselves some lives winning both of these teams. But Inferno are trying to close it out here, and Rangers are trying to do something about it.
Yeah, the Rangers, I saw Coasty.
Ooh.
Airhammer gonna score for the Rangers, though. Gets them the lead here early. I mean, off of the wall, just wins the challenge. They lose possession, and that's gonna get them on top. But, I mean, post-game there in between the Game 2 setup, I saw Ghosty eating Nerd Clusters, so he has got to have the most... I mean, we got to drug test this guy. It's sugar. It's a sugar rush here for Ghosty. Might end up helping him out in the end, as they're up by 1 here. About a minute gone through. Paul trying to recover. Slay Panther commits with him as well. Sleefdog grabs the 100, gets will probably 50 here. Gonna take it to the ground. Brick Wall does lose a possession a little bit, but Paul not able to get there in time and challenge. Brick Wall maybe going for a reset there. Loses control of it though, and Slay Panther looking to challenge.
So let's press forward.
What is this defense?
Oh my goodness. Rangers trying to get everything that they can. Somehow Inferno are left with only a 1-goal deficit, but they're not going to anymore as Airhammer puts one away at top right.
Yeah, second goal for Airhammer here. And Brick Wall with a good fake there. Slay Panther, low boost, cannot cover the shot. And a really good start for the Rangers here in game number 2. As Airhammer 2 for 2 so far, as Brick Wall gonna pop this one up, gets it over one, air dribble, maybe going for a reset, gets it, but denied by Sleefdog. Sleefdog has made some crazy saves on the defensive end, and a solid block there. He's been an absolute brick wall on defense, hence the opposing player's name. Ghosty off the backboard, brick wall to follow. Not gonna be there, but the physicality from Ghosty removes the player, and the Rangers continue to have offense.
That Rangers with all the offense so far as they're going to get another shot here. Ghosty, high flying shot, just very fast. There was someone on the goal line, but he just could not react in time. Paul wasn't able to make the save. Ghosty, big shot, and that one just finds its way home. Rangers with all the pressure right now.
And I mean, just a crazy, powerful shot. Tough for the defense to deal with when it's that high up, and Ghosty places it well with a ton of power. And the Rangers currently up by 3. It's a complete flip-flop of game number 1. Brick Wall starts a dribble, dunks it to the corner. Paul should take possession here, just gonna clear it. Airhammer low boost, might have a misread here, but touches it into the corner. Demo comes out onto Airhammer, Slay Panther open net. It's a good pass, and the Inferno might be back in it.
As the start they needed, the restart that they needed rather, as big pass coming out from Sleefdog, great vision, finding that open space, and Slay Panther putting it away. Rangers not ready for that infield pass. That might be something that Inferno can look to do a little bit more, finding those infield passes, finding the gaps in those defense with passes, because Rangers have looked good so far this game. Obviously, Inferno looked better in the last game, but it's just, if they can maintain that kind of rebound, those kind of passes, Rangers might be in trouble this game. But obviously they still have a 2-goal lead. All they have to do is hold on, and they'll be able to take this one. But holding on is easier said than done, as Inferno are trying to push back here. Ghosty taking control off his backboard, trying to take it solo himself. Ooh. Able to beat 2. Big flip reset to beat 2. Leaves it for Brick Wall, and simple goal for Brick Wall, but all on the hands of Ghosty.
Yeah, flip reset play had Slay Panther and Sleefdog committing to try to stop whatever Ghosty was cooking, and just both played the high pretty much, and Ghosty went low with the flip reset and led to an open net, and big defensive mistake, which is not very common. Slay Panther reset. Challenge gonna go to the corner. Sleefdog can't get to it. Brick Wall now on the side wall, denied by Airhammer. This one popped up for Ghosty. You're looking for 2, gets it somewhat central. This should be a free shot. Net's bumped. Oh, but Ghosty, I feel like almost messed that one up. They had a free angle on the shot. His teammate had much more power, but that one gonna be put into the back of the net from Airhammer, and it's a 4-goal lead for the Rangers.
Yeah, it might have been a little bit of a mistake, but nothing to show for it, as they still get the goal anyway. And this one so dominant in favor of Rangers, I'd say even more so than it was in favor of Inferno in the previous one. We'll see if either team can neutralize this series in the next game, because I think this one's going to be over already, even with 1:22 seconds left. Rangers now have a 6-1 lead.
I mean, it was a dominant game from Inferno in game 1, and now it's 6-1 in favor of the Rangers. And can we please get the Rangers out of this game so Ghosty can stop mewing on the camera? Thank you. 1:20 through this brutal game 2 for the Inferno have yet to really find themselves again. Brick Wall dunks the defender, and 2 players committed on the defense did nothing here.
Brickwall just faster than both players there. Paul, again, stuck on the back line, but not able to do much because he has a high-flying brick wall flying straight at him. And yeah, Brickwall able to get the goal there. Airhammer, Brickwall both have 3 goals each. Ghosty doing a lot of mechanics, but getting a bunch of assists with those mechanics. And this one is just so in favor of Rangers. The complete opposite of last game. What a great comeback from the Rangers in this one. Looking like a completely different team. As they're still pressing right now with 45 seconds left.
I mean, at this point, I think they've conceded. They're not even trying to get anything going here. They're trying to just bait a challenge in their own corner. Just not even touching the ball. Anything to mess with the Rangers at this point, as right now it's a Brazil in favor of the Rangers. And I mean, Paul's just sitting in the back of the net, not really doing anything. He's just sitting there. I mean, they've just accepted the fact that this game is over, gonna have some fun with it. And it'll be a tie series here, 1-1. And a big game coming up for both sides. And I mean, with the momentum that the Rangers have right now, I mean, I've gotta have them probably even winning this series, just how dominant they are. And Inferno, a ton of mistakes on defense. The Rangers look poised to take this.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we saw Inferno kind of dominating game 1, and by kind of dominating, I mean dominating. So like, it was complete script flip on who was winning here. So Inferno have shown that they can do it, but it's the question is whether it was Inferno doing that or if it was Rangers kind of making the mistakes. It looked like it was Inferno playing well and making Rangers make mistakes in that first game. But maybe it was Rangers just figuring out their game, figuring out a way to flip it. That being said, it is a 5-game series for a reason. They have plenty of time, both teams, to figure out what they need to do. Rangers seem to have figured it out, but we'll see if Inferno can bounce back now.
Yep, I mean, it's going to have to be a bounce back, or else the Rangers are going to hightail it to the end here, as they get the response, but I mean, a Brazil response. So, gigantic response from the Rangers here. And I mean, for the Inferno, it was panic on defense, players flying at the ball with no boost. I mean, Sleeve Dog had some crazy good defense early in the game, but then it just came down to double commits on defense. But I mean, fair play from the Rangers to withhold offensive pressure. But now, I mean, Inferno right now starting in offense here. Ghosty though with a huge dunk, gonna go to the corner, grabs the corner boost, challenges Slay Panther, and now the brick wall. Gonna waterfall down. Paul has to make a touch in case of the shot, but Airhammer patiently waiting and not forcing himself into the play just yet. Love the patience from the Rangers right now. Slay Panther, huge clear. Ooh. This one might be over brick wall. Doesn't have it off the backboard. Slay Panther to follow, and the Inferno take the lead.
Actually, a massive clear by Slay Panther. Assists himself on this, is still somehow the first one to get back to this on the other side of the field. Little bit of a miss coming out from the defender on the Rangers, but it was a difficult one to hit. It was way over his head. Great vision from Slay Panther, finding out that opportunity from his goal line. And now Inferno have the lead. Rangers now need to find a way to bounce back.
Yep, I mean, wow. I mean, is it game 1 all over again? I don't know. Paul scoring the second goal here. It's a good challenge. And a great quality shot. Ghosty with no boost couldn't get back to it in time. And Paul able to give them a 2-goal lead here. So really good start for Burnsville. Have to see if they can hang on here. The kickoff's going to go in favor of the Inferno. Slay Panther both up as well. Bar down off the kickoff. And it might just be deja vu of game number 1.
It definitely seems as if it is, because I mean, Inferno now look unstoppable. We're just trading whoever is unstoppable right now. It's Inferno's turn this game, it seems, as they are up 3-0. Trading goals is not an option for them right now. It's either one team scoring all the goals or the other team scoring all the goals. And Inferno are scoring all the goals right now. Rangers need to find a way to bounce back. They have plenty of time this game. They've clearly shown that they can get a lot of goals.
Oh, no!
Brickwall saves Ghosty's shot. It was a great play from both of them, but Brickwall just didn't recover in the way that he planned to. Saved the shot from Ghosty, and that is so tragic. They really needed that one if they wanted to have a chance in this game.
I mean, that's the negative, impact of having the name The Brick Wall. It's just the wrong side of the pitch. On offense and defense, making stops. Whoa, I thought that was going to be an own goal, but first touch close enough. Pinch comes out from the brick wall over Paul. Slay Panther gets one back, but the Rangers here awkward, not able to really take possession here, as Ghosty might have an opportunity, but I think the key way to close this series out if you're the Inferno is to immediately challenge whatever Ghosty's trying to do. Once you give Ghosty space, it's one of the most dangerous players in Rising Star, and definitely makes a case for being a solid challenger player as well. Brick Wall now starting a dribble. This one's just open. No boost on the side of the Inferno, and the Rangers score with just under half of the game remaining.
Yeah, Brick Wall giving his team some hope in this one, and trying to make it not a landslide victory for Inferno in this game. As he closes the gap to 2. Big dribble coming out from him, able to beat the defender and able to beat someone from even getting back in time. Brick Wall, such an important hit. He's trying to get another one here. Big pinch coming out from him, bottom left from Brick Wall.
I mean, went for a pinch on the sidewall this time. This time it's just off of the ceiling, bottom left corner. Can't defend it. Got to have someone there beforehand. And now the Rangers, 2-goal swing. And now they're back within 1 with 2 minutes to go here. They might win the kickoff, but Airhammer gets bumped off of it as Sleep Dog tries to find Paul, but we'll just give possession right back to Brick Wall. Gonna take a challenge. This one gonna go off the corner. Ghosty can't find the angle, but off stream, the Brainerd Victory defeating the Rhythm in a sweep, and then the Miracles receiving a forfeit win from Mankato. So
we also
Mankato is officially out of the season and eliminated from land contention. The first team to go here, just because of all those forfeits.
First team to qualify is going to be the Knights. Knights beat the Maulers in a sweep as well. I was just watching that on the side, and rooting for my boys, but unfortunately they weren't able to get it in that one. But yeah, Knights, first team to qualify. We're looking to see who is the other team to qualify in this match, as almost put away as the shot from Paul. Not quite though, as Rangers just are holding on. They only need one more to tie this one up. Big demo coming through. This could be dangerous. Sleep Dog not able to beat the last defender. He's trying to keep some control though. Ghosty plays this one out. Brick Wall taking it over, trying to get this one middle for his team. Almost a big demo. If he got the demo on Sleep Dog, that could have been a huge opportunity, but not quite able to. Paul holds on, able to get a big clear there, and just trying to hold the back line right now is Inferno, but Rangers are pressing.
It's open as I choke on water. Still choking. But Brick Wall to keep it in here. Inferno, they've got to be able to hang on here. They've got the lead, but the Rangers, 2 goals, double commit though. Airhammer, time and space given, but feeds it to Paul, and it's not the best clear. And Paul's gonna go missing here. Brick Wall off the ceiling. 20 seconds left, it's complete chaos. Slay Panther 0 boost. Gonna give this one up to Airhammer. Slay Panther challenge, 0 boost. And I mean, a lot of the goals that Burnsville concede here are with 0 boost, but bump comes out from Paul. Slay Panther last back, has to make something work. Brick Wall looking for the demo. Challenge doesn't go in favor of the Rangers. 3 seconds left. Can they make something happen here? Ghosty keeps it up. Sleep Dog goes missing, but bumps the shot attempt from Airhammer. The Inferno will go up to match point 2-1.
Too strong coming out from Inferno in the early game, but Rangers put a really good effort in to try to come back in that one. First close game we've had this series, but not quite enough from the Rangers to bring it to tie game. But Airhammer with only 72 points. I'm looking for a little bit more from him. Obviously, score isn't everything, but double digits it can be a little painful sometimes. But as we get right into this next one, I'm looking for Airhammer. I want to see a little bit more from him. I want to see more consistency. I want to see some better touches. Ghosty and Brickwall, I've seen a lot from the Rangers, but I want Airhammer to step up a bit.
I mean, Airhammer had the best start of his team to that game too, where they just went completely rampant over the Inferno. This game, I mean, the Inferno looked like they were just going to destroy the Rangers in this game. The pace that they were on, 3 goals straight. The Rangers almost brought it back there. They got it within 1, but just were so close to making something happen there to maybe force an overtime. But it's the Inferno who hang on with that lead just by 1 to force them onto match point. If they win this, they are through. And will pretty much secure themselves, I believe, the 2nd seed with how many? I mean, it's what, 2 sweeps for the Knights and a game 4. So
I believe if they win this one, they will be the 2nd seed. Yeah, I think Knights locked in first seed because they swept. Inferno have already lost 1 game now. So yes, Knights are for sure the number 1 seed going into the bracket, and then we'll see who gets the 2nd seed in this one.
And I mean, the Inferno 1 game away from doing so, solidifying themselves 20 points. Of course, it's not likely for a team to bomb out. I feel like even if Burnsville lose this, they still make top 8 with the way that they're playing.
Agree.
Not too worried about that, but be huge to get it over with. Brickwall with a good save, 0 boost. Grabs the corner, but the bounce doesn't favor him. Sleepdog, touch over the defender.
Huge.
Over another one. Brickwall gives it away. Ghosty pre-flip. No one's there for the Inferno to make a case on the ball.
Great touch by Ghosty there, playing it into space. If he didn't get that pre-flip touch, this could be dangerous. Hold up. Ghosty able to get one in. Dangerous attack from Rangers, all on a counter attack too. Sleepdog left so alone. Brickwall threatening a demo, and this one is a lead now for the Rangers.
Great flick from Ghosty. Didn't go in, but read the post bounce for it to go back to the left. And sometimes those post bounce can be brutal. That time was ready for it. Didn't bounce up. Went to the left side, and Ghosty gonna get demoed off the pitch here. Paul, flick chance over 1, saved away by Brickwall. Ghosty makes 1 touch. Sleepdog over to the wall. Paul looks to slow this one down over Airhammer. Brickwall 0 boost, can't reach it. Ooh. And Slay Panther's gonna tie it.
Yeah, we got a good one, folks, as Inferno is able to tie this one up. Big pass from Paul. Brickwall stuck with no boost on the back line, not able to get a touch on it. And yeah, just a little bit more pressure than the Rangers were able to deal with there. They didn't have enough boost, and it's all tied up now. Airhammer still has 2 points. Airhammer, 2 points. But it's all good, though. His team is still in this one.
Yeah, kickoff's important.
But I want to see him. I want to see him pick up here. He is able to get a big 50 to Ghosty here. This one could be dangerous. Almost gets it past that midfield defender. It was Ghosty. Brickwall trying to press this one forward. Goes for a flip reset, but unfortunately gives control to Inferno. Inferno's trying to get a bump. Almost got it. Was Paul on the defender there, but not quite. This one is still tied up. Little over half the game to go.
What a bump, and this could be an opportunity. Ghosty, no boost. Couldn't put it away, but the physicality from the Rangers, you love to see it. Trying to get them within that, back within the lead. Ghosty, shot chance, Airhammer threatening the net. It's off of the bar. Brickwall, no boost. Gets a touch over. Paul, 0 boost. Gonna flick this one up. Airhammer's not gonna be able to reach it. Sleepdog, 0 boost. Some wall dashes. Gets this one central, but nobody there but Ghosty now with 100 boost. Gets it past Slay Panther. Challenge is won by Paul. Now puts it off of the backboard. Brickwall, 0 boost, as well as Paul and Ghosty. Everyone is quite low right now. Slay Panther might be able to take advantage of the fact. Gets the demo.
Ooh.
Sleepdog can't get there in time. Ghosty with a really good cut on defense.
Yeah, big touches from Rangers. They were under a lot of pressure there. A lot of demo threats coming out from Inferno, but no goal yet, as Paul is trying to change that story. Brickwall pushing it to the side here, as this one's put middle. Paul back to the middle, but cleared out well by Airhammer. almost on target as it is having to
Wow.
be dealt with. My tongue is tied as Paul tries to get it out, but not able to. Ghosty tries to play it out of the corner, not able to. It's brick wall. Leaves it for Airhammer. Airhammer pressing all into the corner right now. This one could be dangerous. This one could be a goal. It is brick wall. Able to play it out of the corner into the net.
And Paul loses possession here. Had, you know, player around him harassing. Airhammer continued his demolition derby through the back of the net and got them the goal here. Textbook play. Just keep possession of that ball, remove the goalkeeper or the next up, and it's just a walk the dog, just with the ball this time, as Rangers go up by 1 here in a must-win game to keep them in this series. Paul 0 boost. Let Sleep Dog touch it out central. Paul does a good job covering it. Slate Panther goes missing though, and that was the player with full boost, but he's able to get back to it, loses a challenge. Sleep Dog with a touch forward. Possession given, but Airhammer can't quite collect this one. Paul, awkward touch. Sleep Dog back. What is happening here? 50 seconds remaining. No team can keep possession. Ghosty on target. Saved by Paul, but Brick Wall is able to punch this one through the back of the net. The Rangers go up by 2.
Yeah, lots of possession held from the Rangers. Hammer still doesn't have any points, but he's been going for a lot of demos. It doesn't matter if you have points, if you're causing the game to be a 2v2 the whole time. As long as your teammates are performing well, if you're making the other team uncomfortable the entire time, it doesn't matter how many points you have. And he's done his job this game, even with the few points that he has. But Slate Panther really wanted that one, not able to beat that last defender. They're going to need one right now as they're on the defensive end. Slate Panther, Paul is able to get the clear here. Brick Wall tries to press it forward. Sleep Dog demo. Slate Panther has to press this one forward. Not able to, though, as he's getting pressed from the Rangers. Slate Panther taking his time, probably not advised with this little bit of time left. They have to score right now unless they want to go to game 5. They obviously don't, but they don't know how to press forward right now as Rangers are holding them in their zone. Rangers will take this game 4, and we're going to game 5.
Yeah, game 5, of course, to delay it even more.
Of course.
Yeah, lovely. The Rangers, though, must-win game. They did what they needed to do. They held their composure, got that physicality down, and just kept pressure throughout that game. And, I mean, so much information is coming in about now. Fargo gonna win in 4 over St. Cloud. Duluth beating Des Moines as the third, so their third seed next to Des Moines, who are the 2 seed. But Duluth arguably upset win, not too far off in terms of seeding. But they win in 4 over Des Moines. I don't know if I mentioned this already. St. Paul swept Bemidji in that round 3 mid-match. We have yet to see, of course, the ending of this series, and then Omaha is getting reported. Looks like they're gonna eliminate the Jungle, as I don't even know if they could have fielded a roster there, as the 16 seed might have just completely left and had 3 forfeit wins. But Omaha, Miracles stay alive, but Mankato and Jungle confirmed. I don't want to say confirmed because the score was reported and then it was taken out. So we're just gonna keep it at that.
Not sure what's going on there, but I believe this is probably gonna be the last series that we have planned and the only one going to game 5, and we got it on stream. So obviously a little bit of an ups and down for that. Teams do have to wait for this one, and stream games do tend to take the longest. So unfortunate for everybody else, but at least we get the exciting one as Ghosty is trying to deal with this one, trying to show his mechanics off. It's been a very back and forth series. First 2 games very dominant, and then the next 2 quite close as Slate Panther trying to beat him to the ball. Ghosty is faster, somehow able to stay on the ball. Was Ghosty there? Airhammer trying to put this one on target. He is able to, and sneaks this one in on the top right.
Good goal for Airhammer here. Ghosty threatening, just 0 boost. Sleep Dog couldn't quite get back to it. It was so close, but Airhammer with an incredible placement in the top right corner. I mean, you just probably expect the challenge there from Sleep Dog, but it goes through, and not only does it go through, it's a shot placed top right in your net. Paul counterattack shot, and the Inferno are right back in it.
Yeah, ill-advised touch from Brick Wall here. He definitely wanted to control that better, but instead he passed it to Slay Panther to Paul, and just nothing the back line can really do there from the Rangers. Just too dangerous, too much space given, and yeah, Rangers let that one go a little bit, and yeah, they really should have been able to hold on to the lead there, but Sleepdog trying to push this one forward, trying to keep this thing going for Inferno. Airhammer trying to push this one forward, is able to, shot on target, not quite. Brick Wall trying to get some demos, instead gets demoed, but it might have been enough. It was almost able to get that one on target. The disruption from Brick Wall was almost enough, but not quite. This one's another big demo. Paul trying to get this one through, not able to. Is Brick Wall now is able to get a big clear for his team.
It's just the physicality battle here. Demos and demos on top of demos. Double commit, though, on defense for Burnsville. It's been a common occurrence throughout this series. This time it's going to be cleared away, though. Off of the corner it'll go. Paul, touch towards net. Sleepdog jumping as well, and that's going to leave alone on defense Slay Panther. Brick Wall gonna beat Slay Panther here to the backboard. Paul, pre-flip, gonna send this one all the way down. Sleepdog is pre-jumped. I don't know what we're doing on the defensive end for Burnsville, but they're staying alive here. Possible 50 here for Slay Panther in the corner, but will lose it, and it's over Sleepdog. Paul, left all alone with 100 boosts, is able to get up to this one, but loses control. Ghosty now tries to get another touch past the defense. It's to Brick Wall, and the Rangers go up by 1.
Fantastic pass from Ghosty there, controlling this so well, beating Paul, beating Sleepdog, Slay Panther committing as well. Ghosty really beat all 3 players there, and Brick Wall in the right position there, ready for that pass, able to put that one away. Rangers taking the lead now as Inferno are going to have to respond.
Yep, 3 minutes, a lot of game left to play, but you have to wonder when the nerves start to settle in, or if they already are. Paul, huge shot. Ghosty has to make a save. 0 boost. Slay Panther now puts it back central, but Sleepdog's gonna get beat. Brick Wall goes missing. I mean, I don't blame him. Probably trying to play the challenge there. And it would have been an open net. But there's no way you can anticipate that. Brick Wall now gets bumped off of this one by Paul. Slay Panther just 1 touch forward, 0 boost. This one gonna be a back pass to Airhammer. Mid pass to Brick Wall. It's on target. Possibly off of the bar. Saved by Paul and Sleepdog. It's Burnsville barely staying alive once again. It's a double commit. Paul left alone with 0 boost, just chips it forward. How long can Inferno hang on? You need to have offense, not defense.
I have no idea how long they can hang on, but they're going to need to for 2 whole minutes here. We have 2 minutes left in this game. Inferno need to get a goal. Pushing it forward. Slay Panther, that was a great 50 from Sleepdog, but there was defenders back from the Rangers. Ghosty trying to push this one forward, is able to go. Brick Wall just plays this one forward, trying to get past the last defender. They are back in time, though. Sleepdog trying to push it forward, not able to. Paul just kind of gives away possession. Big bump! Huge bump coming out from the Rangers as Inferno cannot hold the back line. Ghosty, it looked like, was the one that got the bump on Sleepdog. Brick Wall placed it in the top left. Good shot from him, but Ghosty with the bump was the biggest catalyst to that play.
Yep, and it's something that you won't see on the post-game stats or anything really throughout this game in terms of points, but that is all Ghosty there, and it might just be another shot saved by Paul. I mean, Sleepdog has 100 boosts there back post. He's gonna save that, I mean, every single time except for when Ghosty's gonna bump him out of the way last second. But Airhammer here on the backboard, aggressive here as Rangers don't want to be making mistakes here, up by 2. Paul gonna flick this one over 1. Airhammer, not the best touch. Sleepdog might have a shot chance, but Ghosty able to retrieve the ball. And now, Slay Panther now off the corner. Brick Wall alone on defense. A miss here could be deadly. And now, redirect gonna be on target. Brick Wall to finish. The Rangers up by 3 here, looking to take game 5.
Fantastic touch there by Airhammer. That was open, but he did have to get a touch to be able to push that one forward. Brick Wall wouldn't have been able to beat the defender if that wasn't pushed towards the net already. Well done by Airhammer getting that touch, and Rangers now have a 3-goal lead. Inferno have to start now. They have to figure out a way to press this one forward. They have to get 3 goals in 50 seconds, or they're going to be dropping down to the round 4 uppers.
Yep, and I mean that's not the worst spot to be, but it's
no, it's not.
It's a missed opportunity here for a qualification, but they're gonna have 3 more or 2 more chances after
Well,
this
yeah.
one, assuming they lose. As I mean, Ghosty just keeping on the pressure. And I mean, at this point, 30 seconds left. I mean, there's just, this statistics-wise, there's just like such a little chance for the Inferno to come back in this one. The Rangers will be the second team to join the Knights here to make it into that top 8. Both those teams gonna be the first 2 seeds. So gonna be having a favorable quarterfinal matchup. It'll drop to the ground here. The Hibbing Rangers are through to top 8 and will secure themselves 20 points.
Great games from the Rangers. Obviously, they got blown out in game 1, and then they also lost that other one, but in a close one. Rangers, after that game 1, they looked really good. They looked really, really good. But overall in the series, it really was super close. Great last game from the Rangers, but honestly, I wouldn't say Inferno were out of that. Rangers just kind of kept the ball rolling for that last game, and they were able to take it. Well played by the Rangers. I think they deserve that second seed right now.
Yep. I mean, it was a very chaotic start to the series. You know, we had Inferno get a blowout win, and the Rangers responded with a huge blowout win, and then it was, you know, 1-goal game in that game 3 that put the Inferno up to match point, but just couldn't get back to their initial groove here, as of course the Rangers and the Knights will be through to the top 8, the first 2 to be decided just yet. But after hopefully a short break here, we will hit you guys with hopefully a round 4 upper match, as Clash is going to unfortunately leave me here. Any last words?
Yeah. No, I'm hoping that my Bloomington Maulers can bounce back after that one, after their loss. But hopefully they get streamed at some point. But yeah, I mean, Rangers looking dangerous. We're gonna obviously see them next week. They're already in the bracket, and Knights also doing very well. So both of those teams, I'm gonna be interested to see how they perform next week. But obviously, week to week is a lot harder from match to match in the day. So yeah, I'm glad to be here, but I know we are going to be going to a break. Have not decided what match we're going to next, but yeah, I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, thank you for your time. We'll put you guys to a short break, and we'll be deciding what round 4 upper match we will be streaming.
Good.
They say that life's too short to be holding this tight. So why am I walking light? And in this world of light and color, I'm not afraid of the night. When this future's so bright, yeah, I got all these friends, and we're like, it's not the end. Whoa. This new world is ours. This new world is ours, and all these friends, and we're like, it's not the end. short, and I can feel in my bones. The horizon is close now, now, now. And the world's been changing lately, but after the storm, we come out strong now, now. And I got all these friends that we're like, it's not the end. Whoa, this new world is ours. This new world is ours. And all these friends that we're like, it's not the end. Whoa, this new world is ours. This new world is ours. would you look at me? Yo, I'm a lazy motherfucker, that's what everyone sees. Ain't it funny how you wanna be the best, but you can't even get up and get dressed? Wasted, face it, you're never gonna make it. Rockstar, you won't get fun. I know you're confused. People tell you you can be anything you wanna be. Wanna go to outer space, superhero in the streets. Damn, what a lie. What a time to be alive. How will I survive? Life's a battlefield. 1974. Takes hold, then I just might wind up dead. Wasted, face it, you're never gonna be the one. Rockstar, you won't get fun. At least you had fun. People tell you you can be anything you wanna be. A king or a queen, as long as you got a dream. Oh no, it's a lie. They just wanna take your life. Try to tell you it's a battlefield. People tell you you can be anything you wanna be. Wanna go to outer space, superhero in the streets. Damn, what a lie. What a time to be alive. How will I survive? Life's a battlefield. 1974. Yes, some people like me are just destined to fuck up everything that we mess with. If I was made as a joke, I don't get it. Missed the call, but I guess I got the message. Usually I fall too hard, I'm addicted to pain. And if the world's on fire, I'll be swimming in flames, yeah. Cause I'm too impatient to wait for change. I know I'm far from perfect. It's a story about a ID crisis. Used to think my only future was the night shift. Brain on ADHD, autopilot. And through it all somehow I kept smiling. I can never find the right words to say. Only a handful of family ever sees my face. But I'm only human, don't we all make mistakes? I'm drowning in my head again, and my thoughts don't want me to win. They show compassion made of plastic, and I don't wanna be another tragedy, but I'd rather be dead than a skeleton dreaming about the things that he couldn't be. Cause I'm too impatient to wait for dreams.
What's up, gamers? It's me, myself, and I for the final 2 matches. But I've had my fair share of solo casting in the past, so it'll just be fine, hopefully. But we've decided to get the Rochester Rhythm and the Miracles for the round 4 upper match. Round 4 lower match, excuse me. I thought that this one was going to be the most interesting. Especially with Rochester, with how good Lord and Blada and Endeavors has rounded out their team really well. Surprising to see them here. So, gonna be interesting to see how this match plays out. And then I promised that St. Paul would be on that round 5 spot. I respect Dinger. I respect Caesar. And then Firecraft, I don't know if he's gonna be playing in both, but he's at least playing tonight. But nonetheless, all players are here, and I'm gonna have them go quite immediately into the match. The loser of this goes home. The Miracles currently sitting at the 9th seed in standings, and right now that's outside of the top 8, outside of a land position in the top 8, and right now I believe the most they can get if they lose is, if we pull up the major 2 points, would be 10 points. I guess I might be wrong about that. They could have 5, but it's not a lot, and it's not going to be enough to push them across the finish line. So a win here is a must, or else their season is pretty much over. But the Rhythm, I'm expecting a really good game out of them, and this should be a really good test for the Miracles, who, I mean, look back, you know, Major 1, they were the runner-ups. They were able to take down Des Moines when Des Moines was playing quite good, I'd argue. But right now, Des Moines facing the same spot. Round 2 lower as Y Busy finds the back of the net. And the Miracles go up first, and it's a good challenge. Endeavor's a bit too overcommitted, couldn't play the 50 the best. And it's going to be a goal for the Miracles. And I do see Blada on the cam, going to put them on immediately, as they're the only soul in the cam. Double touch from AK. Good luck, but just denied on the defensive end. Shark Bite. I mean, back when the Miracles went on that run in the major, it was Blazing Ninja. Now it's Shark Bite, and they haven't found much greater success necessarily. I mean, I think they were the 11th seed coming into Major 1, and now they're the 9th. But right now, this is a must-win game, and for Rochester, this would be an upset to lose this one. For sure in my eyes, but the loser of this is going to be put in a tough situation. Rochester's still technically in, but with the amount of scenarios that can happen if they lose this and are out, and the teams below, you know, accumulating points, it could push them out of the top 8, depending on how things turn out. But time will tell over the course of this week and the next week as well, as top 8, you get 20 points at the minimum if you lose that quarterfinal. And then from there on, I think it's 30 for, it's 30 for 3rd through 4th. That would be a semifinals loss, and then 50 if you're able to get past that semifinals, just to get to 2nd, and then 71 for 1st, which is absurd. Endeavors, though, huge goal to tie it up here halfway through the game. It's a pass from Lord. Y Busy low boost, didn't stay grounded, quite didn't have the read there. It's gonna be a tie game, as this one might be an interesting game 1, as round 4 we're gonna update the title. As something's happening. Bloodat scoring. Huge goal for the Rhythm here. And off the corner, actually gets another touch there. That is absurd. And Rochester gonna take advantage of that one, as the Rhythm currently up in this game number 1. Endeavor's shot gonna be blocked by Y Busy. Lord now backflip. Y Busy gonna take to the skies. Reset, quite not. AK gets beat up by Bloodat. Double touch inbound! And Bloodat will score. And the Rhythm go up by 2. Just an incredible solo play, getting it over the defense. At least 2 players there. Beat out by Bloodat, and then finishes it himself. What is Bloodat doing? Well, they're clipping. They're scoring a phenomenal goal, as Rochester up by 2. Endeavor's looking for the Doomsy dish. Couldn't quite get around it though. AK over to the side wall, and now it's a pop up from AK. Miracles need some sort of offense here. Here might be an opportunity, but Bloodat there to cover it. Low boost, cannot get back to it, but no one's gonna touch the ball for the Miracles. It's a back pass somewhat intercepted by Endeavors. Bloodat now touch up. Coming off of a land win, as that one is pinched, I believe, and off the mark. A chance gonna be out the window here. Endeavors looking for two around the post. Wow. The Rhythm now are on a roll here in this game number 1, and what a shot to get it around AK and Sharkbite to that wide post. And Bloodat's pointing at something, and I can't see it. It's too small. It somewhat looks like a G2 logo. I have no clue, but surely it means something funny. I just have to wait to realize what that is. That's a good touch to the backboard from Lord. Bloodat to follow. Not gonna... I mean, it's just gonna stall time here. They're up by 3. Miracles had that initial goal to give them the lead. Nothing has come ever since, though. Why Busy tries to get this one around Lord, but fails to do so with that first touch. Why Busy now? Counter. Sharkbite to keep it in. They need a goal quite literally now if they want to have a chance in this game. That was your opportunity. AK not able to fit that one in between the post. Shot on. AK can't get back to it. Bloodat will score here and solidify pretty much this game 1 win as a solid game. New server. I will get you a new server after this game for sure. As the 10 seconds run out, and I mean, doesn't really matter what these 5 seconds bring unless we want to keep it up and stall more time away from us. Surely we drop it. It will drop. The Rhythm go up by 1, and we're gonna get a server request, and we will make a new server here. You know, sometimes I don't even know if it's actually an internet issue or if it's just flat out just them trying to stall time, or an excuse for losing, if you will, but it's probably not. It's very likely the server wasn't the best. As I send the lobby info out to the players. We're gonna wait for them to join. They should be here pretty quickly. Where is everyone? I'm all alone. I have a feeling that I'll make sure I have the right lobby info. I'm pretty sure. Well, we've got a change from huge join video, but it's Liquid Ice coming in for the Miracles for Sharkbite. So they're, even though Sharkbite requested the change, as music's blasting in my ears, Liquid Ice, their sub coming in for Sharkbite. Hoping to get them, you know, get them back in this series, and it's an immediate sub. Where's everyone? I mean, I can't really read chat and simultaneously do everything, but it also doesn't help that I have one monitor, which is a bit of an issue. But regardless, it's Liquid Ice here in place of Sharkbite, as Gonna have to update that. And good luck me trying to spell that. He's got it LIQ with... Okay. Has to be spelled in the most interesting way. And then might just be passing it to the other team here. As AK gets the touch out. Wybusy to the corner. Now Lord working through his own corner. Might be a chance here. AK now. All the way back. Bladat's gonna pop this one up. Looking for Endeavor to the backboard. It goes. Saved by Wybusy. Again, the loser of this one, this match, is gonna... I mean, Rhythm currently sitting at the 5th seed. You're in dangerous territory if you lose this and are eliminated from Major 2. Points go a long way here, and teams can accumulate a lot of them. Bladat reset to Lord, and it's an incredible play from Rochester. And I mean, just stop pointing at that. I don't know what that is. I can't see that. You need to bring it closer to the cam, Bladat. But the Rhythm, up by 1, and it's a phenomenal play. And I mean, we saw plenty of brilliance in game number 1 from them. It's just a matter of if the Miracles can respond. I think what they really do the best here is, when they play their best, is they take challenges. It's AK on the front line a lot, taking 50s, and then the physicality from the rest of the team. And I mean, we've seen double touches from Wybusy, from AK. I mean, they have this offensive potential. It's just a matter of if they can get it going. And you can't afford to have a slow start now. You're already down a game, down a goal here. But it's so difficult when you have a player like Bladat who should be in Challenger. Lord should be at least in Challenger as well. And then End is just balling everyone now. So, I mean, like, what do you do if you're the Miracles? AK, the previous, or the currently reigning Rising Star champion of Season 8. Right now, forced against elimination. Can he send his team at least into that round 5 to keep them alive here in the season? It's a quite unfortunate matchup to see Rochester here at lower round 4 as the 5th seed. And I mean, they've been playing like, I mean, they're even better than a 5th seed, so realistically it's a really tough matchup. And now Wybusy taking space over to the left side. AK quite low, just gonna opt to bang it. Lowered to his own backboard. Liquid Ice gonna go missing. Wybusy has a touch, but End looking to control, but then just kind of hits it forward. So AK now to the wall. Will get the boost as well. Clear off the ceiling should be fine for Lord, but gets demoed. And now Bladat might have an opportunity here. Around 1 gets blocked by AK. But the Miracles, they need something here. They got 90 seconds to work with. And I mean, right now, a lot of defense is being played, and I mean, they're hanging on, but they need a counterattack that's really gonna put something away, as nobody there on the defensive end to get that one out. And Endeavors is gonna put this one away, and it's an unfortunate bounce. Why didn't even see the pre-flip? What is that? Coming from the, you know, not a draft pick, but that 3rd round spot salary-wise for sure, it's a pre-flip into the back of the net. And I mean, what a touch. Gets them that 2nd goal for comfort and for security. And now with just a minute left, they're going to keep up the offense here. AK now. For this one over, looking for Liquid Ice. It's on, maybe on target, it's off the post. And that was the best look that the Miracles have gotten all game. Unfortunately, it's just off the mark. Bladat now looking for 2. Denied by AK. Lord now, a drop down off the corner. AK now, might have just given it away. Busy doesn't have enough time to remove Bladat. If the touch is softer on AK's part, they might have a 1v2 play there inbound. But I mean, at that point, you'd be looking at 25 seconds to play, down by 1. Still not likely. Endeavors, a double commit from Rochester, but I mean, Endeavors is just there to keep it in, and time's gonna dwindle down here. The Rhythm are looking poised to go up by 2 here unless they can score now, which it's not gonna be possible. The Rhythm are on the match point and will continue so far their major run, as the series not over yet, but the Miracles are going to be forced with a tall task to accomplish. They're going to have to reverse sweep a hot Rochester team, a pre-flipping Endeavors, and then Lordenblatt. I mean, it's reminding me of Bemidji Challenger last season. How is this team even possible? Ben Storm and Dicey just rigged the league. It's official. But the Rhythm now looking like they're gonna take this 1 and 3 unless the Miracles can put something together. And I mean, the Miracles right now at pretty much elimination. They're at the 9th spot. They're at the 9th seed. And looking at the standings, they're they are tied with, wow, they're tied with Rochester, Hibbing, Burnsville, Bemidji at 45 points. But when it comes down to tiebreakers, they're not in the best spot, unfortunately. And those points from the major really helping them, but not really enough for them right now, as they're gonna need to hang on to this series. I mean, you'd have to hope that, what? I mean, the teams that finished last place, I think it would have needed to be one of those teams that were tied at 45 points. As Bladak gonna kick this one out to Endeavor pre-flip. Okay. a bit of trolling there, and I thought for a second that, you know, Endeavors wasn't gonna expect that touch. It was gonna be too heavy, but they get it to go through, and it's a goal nonetheless. But another good start for Rochester. But yeah, with pretty much, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's with Chicago or not Chicago, Buffalo, and I mean Mankato, 2 teams that weren't tied at 45 points, going out with 0 points in the 15th through 16th placements in week 1. Those teams will get 0 points, and of course those 2 are done for the season. But they would have needed a team that was tied with them to be in that spot, to be able to lose this series and be fine. But right now, Rochester up by 1 game away from forcing round 5. And that's a great shot from the elbow from AK to tie up the game. It's Wybusy forcing it from the corner. Good challenge, great positioning from AK. Avoids Bladat and is able to snipe the left side. And I'm trying to look for any updates. And wow, big one here. Not really a big one, I'm pretty sure. Wait, I already knew that happened. Shucks. I was reading that lower round 3 Mankato forfeits to Minneapolis, but that already happened, so nothing a bit too gone. But Endeavors able to score here, and it's just a simple shot, and it's a bump. I mean, what can this guy not do? I mean, he's got the pop up to the bump, pre-flips. I mean, salary-wise, this is your 3rd player, but he's playing like your best player, so how can anything go wrong now for the Rhythm when you're playing like this? It's going to look really good for them. They are, of course, able to secure this series and put themselves into that round 5. AK redirect off the post to follow it up. Denied, though. And the Miracles just looking for anything to get going. And hey, why is he stealing I guess you could argue, I mean, the Monster Cat decal with the orange standard is quite sweaty. But I mean, if you're rocking that, I feel like you have to be hitting like triple flip resets. And right now, so far, no one on this pitch has even attempted a double, which is crazy to me. Like, I mean, if you're not double flip resetting in your, elimination match, then, like, what are you doing? You have to have the composure to go for that. But 2 minutes remain. Miracles elimination game here. They need to at least send this into overtime, or else their season is over. And that'll be the third team to officially go out here. But I mean, off stream, round 4 lower match, so same category of matches. Bemidji swept Flyers, and that means the Flyers are officially done. Not getting that top 8, I believe, means that the Flyers are done for this season. And I blame Prussia 100% for all of their losses. As Blada looks for the backboard waterfall double, but not gonna find it in time. Blada double jumps there. If he is able to jump and use his dodge, that's surely a goal. As Endeavors with a odd touch here. Blada gonna look to collect, but gets denied. Demoed immediately. Why Busy kicks it out, and I mean, it's just in such a poor spot for anyone to deal with. That, I mean, AK goes using all that boost. Demoed off the pitch by Lord. 50 seconds remaining. Rochester still up by 1, but the bump comes out. Lord able to get a touch into safety. And now, I mean, Miracles, what do you got? 30 seconds left. I mean, they've got to put together something. Blot at reset. Musty attempt, not able to find it, but it still finds the back of the net. And I mean, it's a fake. I think they're almost playing that Musty, or at least a touch after the reset. And it's gonna fall into the back of the net, and that's killer. That almost guarantees it unless the kickoff goes in their favor. Off of the bar it goes. And with 15 seconds left, why Busy to the backboard, but it's going to be collected by Bladat. They're just thrown out, actually, but 2 players from the Miracles commit. This is an open net. The Rhythm are through to round 5. And will eliminate the Miracles from contention here. No land for them this season, but for the Rochester Rhythm, they're still looking to, of course, clinch that top 8, and then obviously go for that top 4 because they're so close. But hats off to the Miracles. It's not an easy match to draw when you play the Rochester Rhythm in lower round 4. It is very likely never gonna go your way. I mean, it's just such a tough ask. You'd argue that Rochester should be within round 3 high or round 4 high, but that Hibbing upset really sent them there in the first place, and Hibbing, the team, ended up making it through round 3. But other than, Bemidji eliminating St. Cloud and solidifying themselves a chance at going farther in this tournament, round 4 high matches, none of them have been reported yet. So either finishing up at game 4, could be going to 5, but either way, we're going to be going to a short break here, and then I promised that St. Paul would be playing in the round 5. So whoever St. Paul ends up facing is the match that we'll be streaming. Maybe if you guys reached out to me earlier, like Dinger did, you might have a chance to be on stream, but unfortunately not this week. But we're gonna go to a short break. I'll hit you guys with St. Paul versus whoever makes it out of either. It's round 5 either way for St. Paul. So we're gonna go to a short break. I'll see you guys after the break.
Feel my arms holding on so tight just when you need it most. Feel the freedom of being careless, just being in love. Everything will be alright through the darkness, through the night. No fear anymore. No fear anymore. No fear anymore. Why the smile on your face? Don't fake it. You don't have to pretend. What a fear in your eyes will make it. Just take a chance. The thing that haunts you, leave it behind you. The ones that love you, let them guide you. Everything will be alright through the darkness, through the night. No fear anymore. No fear No fear anymore.
When it's coming at you like monsters in the night, and you feel the danger that makes you wanna hide. When the cards are stacked against you and you're standing on the edge, now's the time, now's the time. Think about all the dreams you keep inside. Think about all the ones you love. I know this beat heart will be my guide. I know that we can overcome. When the world's so cold and we're losing hope, I need her. I need her. When the darkness comes and we're overrun, yeah, I need her. That's when we need each other. 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 When you're falling faster and don't know where you are, you feel the danger closer than your heart. When the weight is getting heavy and the future is unsteady, close your eyes, close your eyes. Think about all the dreams you keep inside. Think about all the ones you love. I know this beating heart will be my guide. I know that we can overcome. When the world's so cold and we're losing hope, I need her. I need her. When the darkness comes and we're overrun, yeah, I need her. That's when we need each other. That's when we need each other.
broken home. I've seen so many people go. Learn to make it on my own. It's easier for me to be alone. So how are you? Keep cutting through, claiming you're not like the other guys. And only if I could give you a chance, show me that you mean it, we'll feel some type of way. Why do you keep chasing clouds? Don't leave before I feel something. Before I go and change my mind. I said, why do you keep chasing clouds? Don't leave before I feel something. Before I go and change my mind. Something must be wrong with me. Keep wanting just to see you show up at my door. Et même quand je suis froide, un peu indifférent, tu continues tout de même de montrer tes efforts. I'm trying to keep my heart in peace. I just can't think about the way that I feel. It's too hard to trust. I mess it up. I just can't risk to be falling like this. Oh, why do you keep chasing clouds? Before I go and change my mind.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to round 5 of the Challenger Rising Star Major 2, Week 1. We've got the Bloomington Maulers trying to keep their season alive, as well as, Bloomington at 14, Bemidji at the 8th seed, going up against elimination here. Pretty much is Bloomington for sure, and probably Bemidji, depending on what happens here. But the winner of this pretty much stays alive, and so, are the Maulers ready? Are the Maulers ready? And there's quick for me, by the way, so I don't lose my sanity. I know your team qualified pretty, I'd say to expectation as the number 1 seed, flew through the number 2 seeded Derecho, who looked a bit shaky, and then Knights. Your team just looked very ready to play today, and
yeah, we look good. Last week we lost to the Derecho, so that was kind of nervous for me as a watcher going into it. So I wasn't able to help cast the first couple just because I wanted to be on deck in case anything went wrong. But glad to see they shook out. It looks like we got everybody in the lobby now. This is a big game. Definitely good for Bemidji to push all the way to round 5. They get those wins at least. If they're gonna fall out now, they'd rather get 2 wins. We see Kirby immediately rip one on net for Bloomington. No, but this is a big series for both of these teams. Yeah, it's definitely not the Lumberjacks. I believe, I don't know where we saw the 10th seed. 10th seed got knocked out, so yeah. We've only had a couple of upsets so far. I guess we've had a few. We have the 2, 3, 4, and 5 seeds all here in final round 5. Very interesting night so far. Yeah, season not over for Bemidji necessarily, but definitely a win that they want to get. And this is not the start that they want to have versus Bloomington.
They're down 1 here, and the Maulers, currently the 14th seeded team, but they haven't played like one throughout this tournament so far. Starting off with a big win over the 3rd seeded Duluth in 4 games. Then they swept Fargo, so that's eliminating beating the 3 seed and the 4th seed, as CTN is going to shoot it on target. And he told me that maybe if he casts with me, that my skills would transfer over to his, and maybe he can shoot open nets, which I can't in general, but maybe he thought I could. But there it is, like, shoots an open net. Put his hands up.
I just want the team with 3 cams to win. Is that too much to ask for? I just want the team that has every cam.
Real.
As we see, there goes Cripplify putting that one in. This is a quick start for both these teams. Something to keep in mind. This has been a long night for all 6 guys on the field right now. This is the 5th series. We've only streamed 4 of them. We took that first one off just to not blow out all our casters. But yeah, this has been a very long night for both of these guys. And Bemidji looking solid, coming off of a win. That's possibly some big momentum for them here. As we see another shot by Cripplify, barely able to be pushed off by Divine. Incredibly close there, very scary. Curious to see how this Bloomington offense kind of shifts here. This is a very nervy night for everybody involved. Every single person that's here has something on the line, and with how many points we have for this second major, nobody is safe. Even my team currently at first overall, going 3-0 tonight, we are still not auto-guaranteed that top 4. We do luckily have that top 8 clinched, but neither of these teams here have guaranteed their top 8 spot. So this would be a very big win for the Lumberjacks. We see potentially an opportunity. Big stuff by Fiddlesticks. Trying to get out center, but Hadron is there. Wolf, we didn't get any predictions beforehand. I would have gone with Bemidji in 3 as we see Cripplify put that one in. Where do you have this series going?
For me, Bloomington has been so inconsistent for me throughout this entire season. They have what it takes to beat a team like Bemidji. I've got the title wrong. This is round 5, not round 4. But I mean, Bemidji, I mean, CTN, it'd be weird not seeing him at LAN. He's the, I mean, with T-Jack and
Defending
AK,
champion.
I mean...
2-time.
He's 2-time. I mean, he won Prospect, he won Rising Star, so... I mean, for me, I've got Bemidji, but it's not going to be an easy win. I think they're going to 5. We're going to see some changes in gameplay throughout this second game especially. I feel like Bloomington has the ability to blow out even a team like this. And I mean, we've seen teams blow each other out, and then, you know, that team doesn't even end up winning the series. So, if anything, you know, it was a Brazil almost on one end, and then it was Burnsville who ended up losing. So, as Kirby runs into Hadron there, had an opportunity to shoot that one on target. Kirby now fakes it. Fiddlesticks has to make a touch, and does, but this one gonna go back towards the wrong end as the challenge gonna go to the wall. As what the dog doing is quick horizon. As my dog likes to come through the mic, especially on stream, but luckily...
Shout out Chihuahuas, man. What can I do?
My dog has not been loud enough to be picked up by my mic tonight at least, so... CTN always in a different car per game. I don't know if that helps him or not, but it definitely throws off his opponents as the Maulers need an opportunity here. This one going to be sent over on top of Kirby. And that was a big missed opportunity, but still could have another one here off the backboard. Kirby now to keep this one in, but Fiddlesticks to deny, and that's a big clear as Hadron tries to keep it in. Maulers just need something.
Mauler's doing everything they can to try to stay in this one. Last week, like you mentioned, CTN loves to change that car in between series. Last week you saw them go up by 1, he shifted his car, and then they fell apart and they lost versus Hibbing. So curious to see if he's going to keep up with that. But in this game here, Bemidji is looking super, super solid. I mean, under a minute, they're up by 2. Another opportunity goes wide. That demo could possibly open up some space, but Kirby is going to be there to shut that one down. Caught Bloomington's last series off stream, and Kirby looking very solid tonight. That Kirby Divine combo looking super solid as Cripify puts up Bemidji by 3. Only 22 seconds left in game number 1 here. And a pretty commanding win by Bemidji, but Bloomington looking super solid tonight. They did get swept by Green Bay in round number 3, but they were able to go 2-0 at the start. And something interesting that I always love to consider heading into these Swiss rounds is how the momentum of coming off of wins affects these teams, especially as you start to face those elimination games. A goal there by Bloomington, but probably still out of this one. But yeah, these lower seeded teams who were facing elimination that last series, able to get the win to head into this final round, definitely have a little bit more momentum on their side, a little bit more energy. So potentially a spark there for Bemidji heading into this one, as Bloomington did lose last round versus Brainerd. Brainerd clutching that top 8 spot. And with a win as Kirby tries to make this one within 1. Not enough time. Ball is going to fall in the Lumberjacks tape game number 1. I think that this first game really shows off that this is anybody's series here, Wolf.
Yeah, I mean, Bloomington had a super slow start to this game, was able to get it within 2 with like 15 seconds left maybe. And Bemidji, just from the get-go, had a ton of goals. It was close somewhat with around a minute left, and then Bemidji with the, I mean, at one point they were up by 3. Pretty solid game 1 from Bemidji. Bloomington, I mean, had plenty of mistakes on defense, a big overcommit for some boost. Gonna have to fix that, especially in this round 5 where, I mean, the loser pretty much goes home here as Lumberjacks the 8th seed, Bloomington the 14th. I don't think you can get away with losing in Swiss at the 8th seed and Rising Star and getting eliminated before that top 8. So for these teams, it's pretty much elimination from the season, whoever loses here.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, it's very, very tight right now, especially with the boosted points for the second major. It's really anybody's game at this point. But top 8 teams will be making it to LAN. That's a pretty big shift, but top 4 get that extra life, and that is what everybody is fighting for right now. At least in this series, we're seeing them fight to try to stay alive. Very close opportunity there for Bloomington. They're keeping up the offense off the rip here. Kirby going for this one. Not able to get the double. Fiddlesticks is there. Oh, he goes missing, but a miss by Kirby. Bails out Bemidji. Cripplify going to leave it for Fiddlesticks. This one is on target.
Wow.
Divine with the squishy save. Massive. Kirby goes chasing this one down. He gets the 50, but Cripplify pushes that one away. So close. Bloomington with the offense off the rip here. Looking very, very solid.
And Divine had no boost. All they had was momentum, and I mean, was getting hunted down by CTN in the net, and had to pull out a squishy save to keep this a 0-0 game. And Divine gonna put this one on target, blocked by Fiddlesticks. Hadron gonna go missing here. Cripplify putting on the backboard, but CTN is gonna be here to collect. Loses ball possession though. Fiddlesticks out to that right side. Players go missing, and Divine not able to get a shot on target. Kirby through the corner, maybe looking for Divine, but Divine's gonna decide to leave it. CTN here. And the Bumblebee gonna flick this one high. Bar down and out. Cripplify to keep it in, forced a ton of players to commit, and maybe Bemidji still has a chance.
That's a miss that's gotta hurt for Bloomington. Or Bemidji, excuse me. Crossbar and out. Very, very close to getting the lead immediately here in game number 2. And, mentioned momentum already. Momentum's probably my favorite thing to talk about while I'm casting, but it's so big in these best of 5 series. CT Nivlak barely off, but Cripplify there to clean up for him. Massive goal there. Hadron tried to get the pinch across, but just not enough power.
He didn't even want to go to the left there. Looked like he was trying to pinch it to the right, and whether it was the flip that was to the wrong side, that looked odd. It didn't look like it was supposed to go towards the left or even towards the net at all. But Hadron now off the crossbar. Unfortunate error. Definitely wasn't on purpose. The ball could be weird on the wall, though. As this one gonna kick out mid. Divine challenge gonna be won by Bemidji. Hadron double commit here with Kirby as well. Divine gonna go missing. CTN over 1. Kirby's last back. Full boost. Gonna touch this one up. Loses possession. Maybe leaves it for Divine here. Good challenge. Gonna go off the ceiling. Hadron coming in late. Cripplify 0 boost. CTN low as well. But it's a full committing Kirby now. Divine with a huge clear. Maybe looking to catch Bemidji off guard. Shot on target gonna be denied by CTN. Bemidji, their defense is holding up strong, but I don't think they want to be here too long. This one could be dangerous here, as Bloomington got to put something together here within the next 2 minutes.
Yeah, the offensive opportunities coming out from Bloomington are solid. They're just barely off. Hadron was one of those players that my team, Green Bay, was considering in that second trade window when we were looking at possibly making changes. He's super, super solid, but definitely looking for a little bit more out of him out of Bloomington. See, Bemidji, potentially an opportunity. Fiddlesticks just off. CT Nivlak is there, but that was all 3. And now here is the chance for a counterattack from the Maulers. As we see Divine, just not enough boost to get that one on net. Unfortunately, loses all of his speed, and the opportunity just goes missing. Divine now, big bang. We're going to see CT try to get a piece of this one. He does, playing it soft. Cripplify out. Kirby is there, a pass, but nobody for the Maulers is going to take a shot on that one. Ball now in the Bemidji corner. This is exactly where the Maulers want it. Nobody there again. The second opportunity for the Maulers, and there's just nobody there. Hopefully that's not going to be a theme for this series, but they need to get one, and they need to get it quick as we approach only 1 minute left.
That was such a good chance. They had the space created. There was a bump. It was a free ball, but that third man just way off, way far back. And, that could have easily been a tie game. They did everything they needed to do. They just didn't have a player to shoot. And now with 40 seconds left, Kirby, though, through the defense. Huge goal to tie it up here. And it's a Divine flip reset to create some space.
That reset was big. That touch by Hadron a little bit awkward, but luckily Kirby there on that challenge to clean it up. Definitely not the goals that the Maulers want to be scoring, but one that they will obviously take here. Under a minute, absolutely massive. As you see, CTN just shut me up. What a goal from the Lumberjacks. An immediate response there. You know, Fiddlesticks, big shout outs to him. He's been somebody who's been around for a while, somebody who I believe he started off as a prospect sub.
Yep.
And to see him climb up to now being on a team in the top 8 contention and looking to push for LAN is so cool to see.
Oh, big time. I mean, Cripplify, same scenario. He's been, I believe,
True.
a Rising Star sub. I mean, at one point, I remember him being super low champ, and now he's not playing like a champ one at all. Fiddlesticks has to make a save. Bemidji trying to hold on here. CTN off his own backboard, uses his dodge, can challenge it. It's to the bar. Kirby can't follow it. Hadron dives as well. And Cripplify, touch back. Fiddlesticks, no boost, just gonna touch it forward. Kirby trying to get his way back for a boost. They gotta somehow keep this one up. And this one, it's still up. Kirby,
big touch.
0 boost. Gets it to the wall. Cripplify, all he has to do is drop it here.
Oh, he missed
Hadron to keep it up. One more touch to go.
Oh.
It's to the corner. It's finally down. Bemidji takes a super close game too.
Man, that final response by CTN, just a little bit too much for the Maulers to come back on. Pretty much a goal, or a kickoff goal there for the Lumberjacks, but huge win for them. Now putting the Maulers on match point. All that the Lumberjacks have to do is take one more. Divine with 6 shots, man, doing everything that he can, but unfortunately, the defense for the Maulers really just lacking in this series, and they need to figure out how to transition from offense to defense just a little bit quicker, a little bit more solid, because, I mean, their offensive opportunities are looking really good. They're hitting the crossbar maybe a little bit too often, but the pressure is there, but they're just not getting it past the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, I mean, they had long streaks of offense where, like you said, they just couldn't get it. They couldn't get that final product. They couldn't get that final shot that was enough to put it away in the back of the net. And it stalled a lot of time. They had, possession control, but they weren't able to score. And I mean, I'm looking back to the first goal where it was the odd pinch on defense that it didn't even look like it was supposed to go to the left, and it went in front of the net and it led to a goal. So, I mean, just think that was the difference between an overtime and not. Is huge here. As game number 3, are we waiting on someone? Are we joining?
Yeah, where do they all go?
Oh. I know you're switching presets. Fiddle, he got booted for another reason.
CTN
but
obviously going to
CTN's in the hot shots. I mean, at this point, it could be any car in the game. As game 3 underway, we're gonna have to see if the car switching is gonna do him justice. Right now they're 2-0. Cripplify to the backboard. CTN to follow, can't quite make contact there. Fiddlesticks big challenge win. Divine 0 boost. I mean, we saw him with 6 shots that last game. We also saw him on offense with 0 boost quite a lot. There was a big counter-attack moment where Divine had no boost, and if they had any sort of momentum, it would have been a wide open net. But that was a big issue, I think, for Bloomington, just keeping enough boost on each player to make a threatening attack. As Hadron on defense has to make a save off the backboard. CTN goes missing, and Fiddlesticks committed as well. So Divine now dangerous here on the sidewall. Kicks it mid, looking for Hadron. 50. Gonna be denied to the corner. Fiddlesticks, though, rushes the touch. CTN just kicks it forward to Divine. To the backboard it goes. This could be dangerous. Whoa! Cripplify touching it towards his own net. Fortunate for him, it wasn't an own goal.
Man, yeah, very fortunate for him. Not the touch he wanted. The offense, again, for the Maulers coming out in spades here. They are looking so solid, but you brought up a great point. The boost control on their side, definitely not the best. They're finding themselves having to commit to super aggressive, super awkward rotations because they don't have any boost. That cutting that second man very, very tight or forcing your third man to be encroaching past that midfield line is very dangerous, especially against a defense like the Lumberjacks here. That is so solid. But they are looking super solid as CTN scores first here. This is exactly where Bemidji wants to be. Up 1-0. game number 3, forcing that match point. That was absolutely massive for them, Wolf. What a great shot.
Yeah, and I mean the space created though by Fiddlesticks. Kirby, weird kickoff here. It's somehow on the hood.
Oh,
and
no,
a
it's
shot chance, another one. Divine has to make 2 touches, but I mean Fiddlesticks there threatening the double, didn't quite touch it, but it forces Kirby to commit, you know, expecting a challenge, and then the challenge never comes through. It's a free ball given to CTN, and then on top of that, Fiddlesticks bumped the defender out of the way, so just removing 2 players there, even though, I mean, it's an assist on top of removing 2 players out of the play. So all
Right.
credit there goes to Fiddlesticks there. Great angle though from CTN though, as that was quite a crazy kickoff, as Kirby, I think, flipped on accident and it somehow went in their favor as the dunk comes out. Has on the net, what a save, but Divine is there to follow through, and the heroic defense from CTN just isn't enough.
What a massive rip off of the 50 from Cripplify there for Hadron. Divine going to clean that one up. CTN getting every single last bit of that ball that he could, and just not enough. So close there, all tied up. Fantastic for the Maulers. Curious to see how they're going to carry this momentum now throughout the rest of the game, as we're under the halfway point, and every single second counts for these boys. They need to get another one, though. I honestly, 1 isn't going to be enough for the Maulers. 2 at least. 3 maybe would start to feel comfortable, but we've seen from Bemidji so far that nothing shakes them. Their nerves are solid steel, regardless of what the score is or what their place is in this major. They're looking super, super solid today. But CTN now trying to put this one on. He's off, but the double, no, he's not able to get there. Runs out of boost. Fiddlesticks pops it up, looks for another one, tries to put it on, but he's not able to quite get it there. And Divine with 0 boost, just doing whatever he can to get Bemidji out of the offensive zone, and just not enough. The Bemidji onslaught continues. CTN goes missing, but Kirby is there to clean that one up. 1.5 minutes left, and Maulers have to be feeling shaky. It looks like they're feeling nervy here. We see the pass over to Hadron.
And the chaos comes to an end for the time being. Kirby with a huge pass, and I mean, I don't know how you're supposed to defend that. It's a pinch across, not only across, but it's out central in front of the box. And that's just a perfect pass. Way to be there for Hadron. As the Maulers go up by 1 here, Bemidji, though, looking to respond. Hadron is going to deny CTN and Cripplify, who both double commit here. CTN a quick challenge. Fiddlesticks gets beaten. Kirby no boost. Loses the challenge, though. Fiddlesticks might have an opportunity here. Tried to maybe get that to a teammate, but it was a bit awkward. Panic, though, on the side of the Maulers. No one for Bemidji in the vicinity of this ball, but they're still feeling the nerves.
Definitely looks like it. Oh, as we see Kirby just give it up to Fiddlesticks, free shot, but Divine able to get there in time. Very, very dangerous there for the Maulers. Up by 1, excuse me, 2-1 right now. They really need to lock in. This Lumberjack squad will take advantage of any inch that you give them, any sort of space in the armor, and they absolutely put it in. As CT Nivlek goes missing again. 50 there by Divine, absolutely huge. Looks for another one, but Cripplify is going to be there. Kirby now chasing this ball down the midfield. CTN's going to get a free touch out. Crip goes missing. Kirby is there, but unfortunately 50'd by CTN. Bemidji needs to strike, and they need to strike now if they want to sweep in this series. Hadron with the pop. Divine goes chasing, gets the touchdown. It's just off, though. And now 0 seconds left. Crip tries to get this one out. CTN keeps the ball up. He's going to fall this one up the wall. Bangs it. No, Divine cuts him off. Ball is going to fall. Fiddlesticks not able to keep that one up. Maulers showing signs of life now. 2-1 Lumberjacks favored here. You know, I don't know if that was enough for the Maulers. I had the Lumberjacks favored heading into this one, but the offense for the Maulers, even though it was the best that we've seen so far, was barely enough to beat the Lumberjacks defense.
And the Lumberjacks looked very, very panicky on defense. They had, 5 shots for both teams, but we saw a lot of double commits from the Lumberjacks, as well as the Maulers. And I mean, those type of mistakes are going to be capitalized on, but I guess when both teams do it, not necessarily going to be capitalized on. But the Maulers, with their season on the line, are able to squeak out a win here. They need 2 more to keep themselves alive. You know, in this tournament,
big
which they
ask.
need to be. They need to be.
Their whole season.
Their whole season
on
is
the
on
line
the line
at this
here.
point.
Whereas, you know, the Lumberjacks, I think they get 10 points here, regardless of what happens in this series, which at the 8th seed, it's not
I believe they've
necessarily
clinched this.
safe, but yeah, I mean, they've got 2 more chances to get this one done. But Bloomington, it's got to be, you know, a hero story here, as it's going to be game 4. Can the Maulers take this to a game 5? Divine gonna go missing. It's wide open
no,
for
it's free.
Cripplify.
5 seconds in, Bemidji get a freebie.
Off stream, we do see Rochester sweeping Duluth to eliminate them. That is a rough loss for Duluth, the 3rd seed losing to the 5th seed. Unfortunately, not what you want to see. Curious how your Derecho are doing against Fargo. That was a surprising one to see both of those teams go all the way to round 5, but here we are, 14th seed versus the 8th seed. I mean, a very quick start for Bemidji, and exactly where they want to be. Cripplify looking for the reset, not able to get it. Ball now in the Maulers' corner. Big clear there. Hadron 50'd. CTN's going to have a second now to control this one. He is dangerous. Pops it up. Oh, he goes missing. Yeah, now he got the Ghostbuster car. I mean, what, 4 different cars
Yep.
from him across all 4 of
different
these games?
so-
That's awesome. I love CTN.
Whoa.
Oh, Kirby! No, can't miss those, but Divine cleans it up. The 420 goal ties it up 1-1.
It's the initial Hadron touch. It's a tough angle, but way to be there for Divine. 0 boost, but in the right position to read that bounce off of the missed shot. Not an easy one, but it's a goal that they had to put away, and they figured out how to get it into the back of the net. This one gonna go back to Divine here. 100 boost to work with, gets demoed though. CTN off the backboard. Kirby goes missing. CTN challenge. Hadron low boost now. Fiddlesticks to the corner. 27 boost. Cripplify goes missing, but Fiddlesticks is able to make a touch. Kirby 0, just gonna get it past 1. Hadron here gets it over Fiddlesticks. Cripplify, it might be on target. Gonna be a bit high. Divine now, just gonna give this one away. Divine, we've seen him with 0 boost quite a bit, but I mean, he's still challenging. They're still putting on pressure here. Hadron into the corner. CTN to follow it. Gonna be denied by Divine. Divine doesn't need boost. What a pass to Kirby into the back of the net. The Maulers go up by 1.
Massive corner touch there by the Maulers. I mean, fantastic read by Divine. Gets the 50. Ball pounds out perfectly to him, and he dishes out to Kirby. Off stream now, we do have, this is the final match we're waiting on. Fargo gets swept by Des Moines.
Wow.
That's rough for them. Des Moines was the only other team besides Green Bay that had already clinched top 8 heading into the major today. So that's just absolutely massive for them in that push to try to make top 4. But
yeah.
surprised to see Fargo eliminated. I don't think anybody would guess that, but 1 series to go now, and yeah, 2 teams potentially looking at the end of their season here on your screens right now as we see the Maulers try to get some more pressure going. They are up, but 1 goal is not enough, as we've seen already in the series. Crip with a massive 50 on Kirby just clears that one away. Oh, an awkward touch by Kirby. Go to CTN. It's on, but
what a
Hadron
save.
cleans that one up. A little bit dangerous there. CTN, though, he's looking really good today.
CTN, I mean, you're looking at the reigning Rising Star champion. I mean, all 3 players on that team were selected first round in this season's draft, but CTN gonna go missing there. Gonna kick this one towards Hadron, who denies it. Divine with a really good 50. Hadron might just land on this. He doesn't. 2 more players commit, though. So the Maulers gotta be careful here. CTN does go missing, though, so that's gonna stall some valuable time, as this one gonna be saved by Fiddlesticks. Divine maybe looking to drop it to a teammate. Hadron to the backboard. Shot chance for Kirby, no boost. It's gonna be put to the backboard. Cripplify goes missing. Divine is there, and the Bloomington Maulers are 2 minutes away from forcing a game 5.
you know, as much as I'm ready for this night to be over, it's been a long day for everybody. I'd love to see this one go to Game 5. I mean, what a massive goal from the Maulers there. Yeah, Divine slotting it past the defense to clean that one up. 2 minutes left, though. Not enough time for them to feel comfortable. They need to still be playing at their best and make sure their offense is not overcommitting and creating holes in the defense. But as you see CTN try to put that one on, Hadron is going to push that away. Another push by Kirby. It's going to leave that one, and Fiddlesticks free to clean it up. Crip back down to Fiddlesticks. Not able to get there, though. This is on net, but CTN a free bang away. Gonna interrupt the casting real quick. T-Jack with 41 months subscribed, approaching the 4-year mark. Absolutely crazy.
Holy moly guacamole.
Shout out T-Jack. Great series from you guys. So glad to see you guys qualify for week number 2. And man, this series just going off.
Divine with some crazy defense to keep that one out.
Divine with the version 1 car. Love the OG skin.
Oh, love it. Flip reset from Kirby. Yeah, it's in the Octane. It's not the oldest one, but it's I believe it's the second.
Is that
second
not?
version
That's not
of
the
them.
oldest one?
Nope. If you remember Beast Mode way back in
Oh, that's
LA,
right, the non-hollow one, just like the plain.
there was a white
purple
one,
black.
and then there was a I believe it didn't have a sponsor on it, so that's the difference. And there's more of a anodized touch to that one there, but Maulers here, I mean, regardless of, you know, what cool decals they're rocking, they're up by 2 here. Huge demo, though. CTN is going to be on target, but Kirby makes a save. Hadron committed as well, but Divine with a much-needed touch to buy them some time. 15 seconds left. Divine puts it central. CTN, big clear, going to be off the mark here. Cripplify to keep it in. Last effort for Bemidji. 5 seconds left. They're going to lose a challenge here. Kirby goes missing. It doesn't really matter. We're going to be looking ourselves at a Game 5 to decide whose season pretty much stays alive. I mean, maybe Bemidji somehow get out of here with a loss and be fine, but it's not looking too good with how many upsets there have been. The Maulers, against their season, have won 2 straight and are 1 away from reverse sweeping the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, you know, Maulers have to be hungry from it. This is their 3rd series today, where if they just win this one series, they qualify for week 2 of the major. I mean, that's got to be rough for them versus Bemidji. You know, this is their 2nd series now facing potential elimination. Just different mentalities for both of these teams, different mindsets heading into the series. I'm curious if we'll see CT switch cars. He hasn't left the lobby yet. Keep an eye on that one. But CT with the most points of the Lumberjacks and just 5 shots coming out from him. I mean, the Maulers just looking really good. Kirby coming back this season during the 2nd trade window, I believe. It might have been the 1st trade window. He was not drafted originally, but a late sign up and playing super well on this Maulers squad. Yeah, I mean, this is rough for the Lumberjacks. All the momentum is on the side of the Maulers. They need to figure out how to stop it here. And maybe a car change from CT is exactly what they need.
What is that? Is that the Skyline? I hope it's the Skyline. I can't see it right now.
Sylvia, it said on the front of it. I'm not sure what car that is. Looks like a Dominus hitbox.
Oh dear, it's one of the smaller ones, I can tell. But it's some sort of different car. As it's the 5th one here in Game 5. But Bloomington, I mean, if you lose this one, their season's done. They're looking at a historic reverse sweep here to stay alive in this tournament and to keep their season alive. Whilst doing so CTN now on his own end, just gonna pop this one up, follows it. Player goes missing though, looking for 2 is CTN. Hadron to deny. Hadron getting bumped into the ball. It's a bit chaotic for Bloomington. And I mean, if you're the Lumberjacks, I mean, it's the physicality that I feel like they were missing in that last game. I mean, we saw Fiddlesticks single-handedly take almost everyone out as Cripplify and CTN. This one could be dangerous. Kirby with the ceiling challenge. It's going to be saved. But we're seeing a lot of double commits still, and it's worrisome for Bemidji here.
Yeah,
But that's a
not
really
a
good
lot
demo.
of-
It might be open, but good bounce. CTN
it's so-
denied by Divine, and it stays at 0-0.
Big opportunity for the Lumberjacks there. I mean, you mentioned the physicality, just not a lot of it this season. This series. Not a lot of demos so far. As you see CT go barely missing on that one. Kirby with space gets the 50, but better on Crip's side. Mahler's just trying to keep the ball, Bemidji just trying to keep the ball out of their own half. The Mahler's trying to get it out of there. Kirby with the shot goes into the corner. That's a big bounce now. Opportunity for CT. He's going to put the ball out in no man's land. And Mahler's double commit. That's unfortunate. Goal is currently open, but Divine makes the diving cross, barely putting that one into his own corner. Maulers need to not be so nervous. We've shown what their offense can do. Obviously, your defense is a little bit shaky, but if you're not getting the ball out of your own half, there's just not much they're going to be able to do against Bemidji. You see a free... No! Divine! The free pass to Kirby. That was the opportunity to go up in this game. So unfortunate there. A massive miss. That one absolutely has to hurt, but here's their opportunity to regain. Is this one barely off? Crip chasing it into his own corner. CT not going to be on this one. Maulers in their own half going to try to regain.
Big clear from Divine, looking for Hadron maybe. Fiddlesticks chip this one out. This one could be dangerous. CTN will rush it through the corner, give Divine a chance. Divine 0 boost. I think you just get off the ball at this point. Kirby from the left side hits the bar. That would have been a huge goal for the Maulers. Divine now. This one off the backboard. Fiddlesticks 0 boost, just jumping at it. Not able to get a bump. Good central pass. Fiddlesticks is in the way of Hadron, and Hadron can't get through to shoot.
Oh, it's center. Kirby's there. Oh, no, he's off the mark.
The player misses.
Crip has an opportunity. Pops it up. Divine is
What a
there.
save.
Oh, the backflip over. Oh my gosh, what a back and forth play there. Maulers almost had the opportunity to go up. Then Bemidji did again. Kirby now gonna chase this one. He goes missing on his flip. Divine's gonna feed over to Kirby. Kirby off the top, or off the backboard, excuse me, and Criplify gonna be there to break up that play.
What a tense moment for these two teams. A minute 20 remaining. One goal could separate these two teams off of the bar. CTN to follow it through. Good pass from Fiddlesticks. And Bemidji take a 1-goal lead here. It was wide open. Hopefully you don't hit that one into Fiddlesticks and it gets saved. That would have been detrimental for Bemidji, but they do score here. Whilst, I mean, the most chaotic game 5 throughout the first, 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Divine had an opportunity. Hadron pre-flip, posting in. What am I watching?
What in the world? Pretty much a kickoff goal there. Divine
got
goes
bumped.
barely missing. Oh my gosh,
He got
Hadron.
bumped into the goal to
1
keep their
to
season
1
alive. Like, what is this?
I love it. I love it. I'll take the chaos any day of the week. Especially for a final series of the night. Absolutely love it. Maulers, though, need to ice up. I mean, honestly, both teams do. Looking a little bit shaky from both sides,
don't blame
but
them, man.
capitalizing when they can. Yeah,
I mean,
true.
you could
The
be looking
nerves
at
definitely adding
elimination
up.
from the season from both of these teams, depending on how, other teams play. Result. It's Bloomington if they lose, they're out for sure. Bemidji could still be on the cusp of elimination, even with a 10-point finish in this major. But 30 seconds left. It's a tie game. Hadron to the backboard. Denied by Fiddlesticks. CTN gonna beat out Kirby here. Hadron to keep it in. It's gonna be off the corner. Challenge gonna go way to the left side. Fiddlesticks gonna grab the boost. Kirby. Good challenge from Fiddlesticks. This one gonna be put out central. Hadron up for it early. Only 13 seconds remaining. Any last second heroics. Kirby towards net, saved by Criplify. Really good challenge from Criplify with 0 boost. Almost stays on it once again. CTN to chip this one forward.
bang.
Grabs the corner boost and will almost
Oh,
play
no,
for
not what
overtime.
they wanted.
CTN keeps it up. Kirby keeps it up as well. Hadron to touch it to the ground, and we will have overtime in game 5 to decide pretty much the fate of
Man.
one of these two teams.
I did not think this series would be this close, but I couldn't be more happy with it. Kirby barely off.
got
No, he
bumped.
bumped Divine. Oh,
They bumped
that
each
was
other.
free. Kirby Army with the shot.
What?
Oh, Divine. That's
Now
a
it's
big
all the way
bang.
back. It's an open net for Cripplify. And what do you do if you're the Maulers? The Lumberjacks are through, and they eliminate the Maulers as CTN throws up his Rising Star Champion medal. I believe it could have been Prospect, but somewhat. As they win off of just complete chaos. The Lumberjacks are through, and that pretty much, I can't confirm anything, but their odds of top 8 have
I
just...
do believe that for sure. I mean, I want to say that
surely
making
that
top 8.
clinches them top 8.
I believe so. If we got any of the Sheets guys in the chat, let us know if we're talking out our butts or whatever. But yeah, man, what a massive win for the Lumberjacks there. Maulers.
What a run.
Shout out to you guys. What a crazy series. That was so much fun to watch. I mean, so incredibly close. But yeah, Lumberjacks take that one in 5. Wolf, what a way to cap off the night.
For sure, and I mean, just an incredible run for Maulers, who were seeded 14. I mean, you look back to the start, their first 2 games, they upset the 3rd seeded Duluth, who ended up losing. And in the end of it, and one of the losses was to Bloomington. Round 2, they sweep Fargo, who are the 4th seed. So they take out the 3rd and the 4th seed. You know, they're not able to do much against the Knights, who, I mean, are expected to win that one. And then Brainerd, though, with a huge win over Bloomington in that round 4 upper. And then they draw Bemidji. It's so close. It's a game 5 overtime. Everything has to go wrong for them. It has to bounce off of someone's car to result in an open net. But, I mean, Rocket League can be chaotic at times, and it was chaotic through that whole damn series.
You know, Rocket League is just one of those game day esports. I mean, there's really not many other esports where it really comes down to how everybody happens to click on that day. And Bloomington was definitely clicking, but Bemidji was able to figure it out partway through the day, and coming back on that one, back-to-back elimination games. They will qualify into week 2. Wolf, I'm so excited for next week, honestly.
I mean, if anything, it gets even more exciting. But I mean, looking at just the teams that did not make it throughout this week, the Jungle have officially been eliminated, almost making a run towards the end there in that lower round 4, but ran into Des Moines, unfortunately. So the 16-seeded Jungle are eliminated from the rest of the season. The Mankato Atlas forfeit themselves out as the 13 seed. The Flyers almost make a run, but draw the Lumberjacks, who of course just won. The 10th seed, they're done. The Miracles landed the Rochester Rhythm in that round 4 lower matchup, and that is a tough match, and the Miracles will be eliminated from the season as well. And for Bemidji, they just barely hang on. And for the Inferno, I mean, they're through to top 8.
Yeah.
The 6th seeded Hibbing Rangers are through, so it makes it super difficult to try to squeeze into that top 8 right now, and that's why these teams are getting eliminated, because no other teams are getting eliminated either. But yeah, I mean, we looking at, you know, the playoffs for next week, next Thursday, the Green Bay Knights will draw the Bemidji Lumberjacks, just barely squeezing in, and then the Senators, who made a heck of a run. I mean, keep in mind, they're the 15th seed, making it all the way to the playoffs to keep their season alive. Gets 20 on there. I think they have to do a bit more to get to top 8, just because of how many points they've got. But they played the Victory, which could be a good matchup for them, considering, you know, the teams around them. The Rangers will draw the Derecho, and the Inferno will draw the Rochester Rhythm. So that'll have to be something for next week, as it's been a crazy night. Thanks, Quick, for joining me tonight, as tomorrow night, I believe. Quick, are you streaming?
No, I will not be streaming tonight.
So I don't even
I'm
know.
not sure.
If
I
we
don't
have
know if there'll be a
Challenger
Challenger stream tonight. Might just be B stream for tomorrow. So keep an eye out for some announcements on where we land on that.
I mean, keep an eye on the spreadsheet as well.
Yep.
That will start around the same time, 6 p.m. Central Time will be round 1. I mean, there'll be live updates on the spreadsheet under the Major 2 Challenger tab, so keep that in mind. And then Premier, we could have a stream.
Yeah,
Are you
there'll be a
planning to
Premiere stream for sure.
Okay.
Yep, I for sure can stream Premiere. I just don't believe that tomorrow we may or may not have one.
But I mean, keep an eye out for those community stream links. We'll post them in announcements when the time comes. But thanks Clash for sticking around for the first 2. Quick for that last one as well. We will see you guys tomorrow for some community streams for the Challenger 2 Week 1 Swiss stage.